Hello. We are uh we are streaming now. We are live. I am joined by Matt and Joe from Nintendo World Report.
One of
Hi,
those is me.
I'm the other one.
My usual thing is to say that's me, but since you introduced us both, only one of those is me.
Yes.
Now it's your job, viewers, to guess who is who.
Um yeah, so excited to be back with this. We are once again streaming a ranking of Nintendo games. This is only part 2. Part 1 was a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
I hope you remember literally any of this.
Yeah, it's a little harder to schedule these things. I imagine you got to get two people in.
Shockingly, it was easiest to schedule Greg, who is in Europe, because because he just was consistently, well, he just stays up until like fucking 2 a.m. his time to start recording RFN, which goes until 5 a.m. So he was like, if I'm already staying up, we'll just do it then. So weirdly, that was the easiest.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Oh, GX, Joe's the tall one. I'm so sorry to tell you this.
okay. So, real quick, um, as I am just quickly organizing on the stream, not being shown to the Joe and Matt on Discord, but on the stream right now, so far is the line graph of um, of your
As you
scores.
can see, Nintendo really dropped the ball after 1980.
Yes, no. There was one good game in 2010, but only Matt has rated that. Joe, this was on a DSiWare
Ah,
stream, and it
Was
we,
that the
we
puzzle
ended.
game?
Yeah, it was one of the puzzle games. Yeah,
Ah,
we played it, and it happened to be a Nintendo. I was playing it, and it happened to be a Nintendo first party game. And Matt was basically like, "This fucking rips," and then he just gave it a score on the fly. But we'll still go back there. But he did give one early score.
2010, the last good year for video games.
Some do say that.
some might
Okay,
say the only good year. Uh,
so bringing everything back, I'm really quickly gonna change the Twitch chat so that it is um not overlapping anything. It's a little small. I apologize. Here we go. We are starting with ice hockey for the NES, which
So,
is on Nintendo Switch Online, and I
yep.
am showing footage of on the Discord and on Twitch.
Yeah, so I'm grabbing this right now, and this, like, the controls feel like shockingly responsive and fluid for NES sports game.
I will say that
Uh,
when NSO first launched and this was like in the lineup, people were like, "Oh fuck yeah, this is the only one of these games I would want to play online."
yeah, this feels pretty good. Uh, there are also speed options. Let's see how those change things.
I have
Because
never played ice hockey. I just know that a lot of people speak kindly of it. And I mean, it looks like hockey. I don't know. I'm American. We don't really do the hockey thing. That's for the people up there.
oh god, speed affects like the clock too. This is literally just like emulator speed up, but built into the game.
Fuck yeah.
This feels good and responsive. I've lost calibration for like
Okay.
my NES
So
rankings, but
I'm showing and I will announce what the 1987 rankings were for both of your reference. How's that?
okay, that works for me.
R-Type Arcade, Matt 10, Joe 9, Kid Icarus, all the rest are NES. Kid Icarus, Matt 5, Joe 1. Volleyball,
Oh my god.
Matt 3, Joe 3. Pro Wrestling, Matt 3, Joe 2. Metroid, Matt 6, Joe 5. The Legend of Zelda, Matt 9, Joe 8. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Matt 7, Joe 9. Slalom, Matt 4, Joe 3. Rad Racer, Matt 4, Joe 3.
Okay, I think ice hockey feels like an 8 to me. Um, this is the first time that I've picked up one of these NES sports games and immediately been like, oh, this feels good.
As opposed to feels
It's
like trash. Yes.
yeah, and I, I don't want to like rate it like astoundingly high because it's still really light on content and everything. Although like 2-player mode's probably like you could play that for days back in the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like this is pretty good.
Based on the footage, I'd probably give it a 7, 8, 8. Let's go with 8.
Okay.
I agree with Matt's 8.
Super Mario Brothers 2 USA.
Ooh. So this is the version that when you got a game over, you had to go back to the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but
Right.
don't worry, the game's short as hell. And it's very easy. Especially by NES game standards, this game is remarkably easy.
We played this for Masterpieces. It was
We
a
did.
Peaches game.
Yes, well, specifically, we played the version on Mario All Stars, so it's mostly the same. But
It
This was
introduced
pre-
gave us Shy Guys.
this was pre Rondo of Blood, so it's still
And
bad at
Bob-ombs,
video
didn't it?
games.
Yep, and Birdo, and yeah, a whole lot of stuff that.
Yeah, like I remember one of the things we talked about as Masterpieces being like, there's a really surprising amount of Mario like
OCs.
things that just showed up in this game and then became a Mario thing.
Yes, they were not, and Ninja's there. Yep, they were not Mario. They were first created not for Mario, and then they just got retconned into being Mario characters.
It's really weird. The music is 10 out of 10. That is true. I like all the music in Mario 2.
Let
So
me know
this-
if
this
the
game-
game audio is too high or too low for anyone in the chat. By the way, I don't know what to balance it at.
Oh God, my instinct. So largely, this is a very good game. I think. My instinct is to say that it's a little long for a game that doesn't allow you to save in any way. But I mean, that's true of the first Mario. So that's not. I guess that's not really a fair thing to go with.
Honestly, I'd put it at a 7 personally. I wasn't its biggest fan when we played it. I didn't hate it, but I also did not love it.
I'm feeling 8.
Okay.
I think that there are a lot of ways in which this game is better than the original Mario, but it also has a lot less consistency. I think it has shortcomings that the original did not have.
Okay. Our next game.
Oh fuck!
Each town has a wise man. Learn from him. This is Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. NES.
I've never actually played more than 10 minutes of this.
Oh my God, you haven't?
No, because I grew up in the N64 era.
I know.
so-
I was just
and-
mostly thinking for like Smash Pieces. I guess it makes sense that this isn't one of the games you would play.
Yeah, there's
the
no character
earliest,
attached to
the
this.
earliest Zelda game on Smash Pieces is Link to the Past.
Oh
And
fuck.
Link to the Past ended up being the only 2D game on the list. Because that's the weird thing about Smash Pieces. It's tied to the characters, not the legitimate history of the franchise.
And most Smash stuff is taken from the 3D.
Yeah.
specifically
Get
Ocarina of
Candle
Time.
in Parappa Palace. Go west.
I have never touched this game because it scares the shit out of me.
It is clearly wildly ambitious.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's also clearly very poorly localized, where it will just lie to you when it's not trying to.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same problem that Castlevania 2 has in the localization?
Yes. Zelda 1 also has that issue, but the text is less important. But yeah, just assume on the NES, a lot of if it's a text-heavy game, the localization is probably completely wrong.
So my score for Kid Icarus was generous because I feel like it was a game that was ahead of its time in a bad way, where it was trying to punch above its weight and just couldn't really handle it. This, not having personally played a lot of it, feels like a game that has that same ambition and scope as the original Kid Icarus, but pulls it off a lot more elegant.
Okay. Using the word elegant to describe this game is very interesting. Here's a 2D platforming section.
Well, this video
It's-
makes it look easy.
Oh yeah, dude, I get the sense that this game was using save states because they used some fucking... they fucking hit an enemy before it appeared. But, yes. So, this game is very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It also traumatizes children because of the game over screen.
I do know the game over screen.
But,
Joe,
Yeah.
have you seen the game over screen?
I have seen the game over screen. Yeah.
yes, it is very interesting. I would not call it elegant. I would say that maybe I wish Nintendo made like one more game in this style. But they really do kind of abandon it after this.
Wasn't like, I don't know if this is just like a rumor or something, but wasn't Miyamoto like famously kind of disappointed in the reaction to this?
Yes. I mean, the CDI games are... 2 of the 3 CDI games are based on this. The other is based on Link to the Past. Don't worry, you're not ranking the CDI games. Those are not published by Nintendo.
Yeah, those weren't Nintendo published.
But yeah, it is weird. Again, it is like, and you can see how they get here, right? It's an action adventure game with a large world that you're exploring. Like, those are, at the time of there only being one Zelda, those are the tenets of Zelda.
Yeah.
NES games
I mean, it
try
feels-
weird shit for their second game.
It feels very Fire Emblem Gaiden in that regard, where it's just like Fire Emblem Gaiden has like dungeon crawling.
Yep.
And I feel like this game would benefit from the kind of remake that Gaiden got, where it's like the same weird shit that they went for, but polished to the point that you would expect a modern game to be.
Exactly.
I respect...
The
what
soundtrack
this
is another
going
fucking
for
10
a
out of
lot.
10 banger, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, it gave us the Hyrule Temple music in Smash. Like, that alone.
And the best stage in Smash.
I'm pretty sure that's Gamer.
No, look,
You're getting it mixed
Oh,
up.
you mean 75M?
No, you know that I'm the kind of person that prefers competitive Smash, but the best casual Smash stage is Temple. That stage has a 3-act structure. It's awesome.
I mean, Poke Floats is amazing. It has Wooper in it.
True. That's the one flaw in Temple. Okay, I feel like Adventure of Link is a 7. I respect what it's going for a lot.
Damn, we're being very positive with this year.
I appreciate that it is punching very high above its weight, although it definitely does sound like it falls flat in a few areas.
Yeah, Joe, do you have, the NSO app available, by the way?
I do.
Because some of these games
also-
might be helpful if you play them.
I believe it was also one of the Ambassador games on 3DS,
Yes, it sure was.
which I honestly, that might be the only place.
This
I
is the
played
best part of the
it.
game that we're looking at right here.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing.
What the fuck are we seeing? I
it'll
don't
buy
remember
eventually.
this.
I assume he's grinding for experience or something.
No, the experience point count in the top right is not increasing.
Oh, then God knows.
Oh
what's
my god, he
happening.
just killed it.
Yeah, it was actually.
That's actually how tough it was. Okay.
I instinctually want to give it a 5, and I have like a weird reason. I just don't like balls hard NES games. They can fuck off in every sense of the word. But also, Zelda just becoming another 2D platformer, even though they like mix it up by having it be.
I mean, the platforming is very infrequent.
Well, they also mix it up by having it. You're exploring a dungeon. It's closer to
Oh, it
Kid
is.
Icarus's Labyrinth.
Yes, it is a side scroller. It is just the platforming is less.
Yeah, it just turning Zelda into one of those is just fucking weird to me, and I don't think it. I don't know. I say 5. Yeah.
Okay. RC Pro-Am NES. This is the version that has has you collect the letters Nintendo,
Oh.
as opposed to the
played
one in
this.
Rare Replay, where you do not collect the words Nintendo.
Sure fucking don't.
I have not played this one, so Joe, tell me about this one.
It's. You ever wanted to drive a car that felt like the tires were made of oil?
Really, what you're just doing is you're just taking turns. That's like really just what you're doing.
Essentially, and the car handles like ass.
It's tank controls, literally. You're just
Yeah,
rotating.
it's bad. The
Oh, that's
music,
neat.
however, as you heard on the title screen, is fucking rad. But yeah, I don't remember having so.
This was
Behind
before
the
Super
scenes.
Mario Kart, so...
Oh, this is way before Mario Kart.
At one point, Matt and I were gonna do a video, kind of like the Terry Bogard video we did, but on Rare and Banjo. That never ended up happening because it just didn't end up happening. But I recorded a bunch of footage, basically of everything on Rare Replay and a bunch of other shit that wasn't on Rare Replay. This is one of them. And this was not one of the ones that I found to be all that impressive.
It maybe is of its era more than a lot of other NES games. With that said, in terms of like technical accomplishment, like this looks really colorful and good for an NES game, and it also runs at a really good frame rate on the NES.
Yeah, it's more of a technical accomplishment than a game design accomplishment, but we're also kind of in the era where that means a lot. Like, having something that is this technically polished is high value.
Oh yeah, no, Rare's
So-
very good at getting technical polish. They're also, this is before every single Rare game became racist.
True. Yeah, this game doesn't look super interesting.
I
from a
see
game
you,
design
Rare, with
standpoint,
your
but-
fucking Everwild game about Native American mysticism.
Oh god, is that the new game that they're making?
Yes, that's the new RPG they're making. I see you, Rare. Every fucking one of your games is racist after a certain point, except maybe Sea of Thieves. Fuck you. I see you.
I'm gonna go 6 for RC Pro-Am.
Joe?
Having played it, I'm gonna go with a 5 on this one.
Great.
Not the worst game I've ever played, but I certainly would not go out of my way to play it.
Alright, here are 3 games that I will be surprised if you've ever heard of in your lives.
Okay.
So we're starting with World Class Track Meet.
This is the kind of game where I don't know if I've heard of it before, because like if you just describe it, it sounds like an autofill of that. Yeah, that probably exists.
Oh, this music is bad. That's first impression.
Alright, here we go. Here is Tournament.
I feel like I have seen this game somewhere, but where that would have been, I have no fucking clue.
I mean, if anything, probably like an old angry video game nerd or something.
I never watched the Angry Video Game Nerd at all. Like,
I
I've
don't know.
legitimately never seen an AVG video.
Have you seen the NES Power Pad?
No.
Okay. Imagine a DDR pad, but bigger and way less responsive.
Oh, is that
Wait,
what
maybe
this
I
is?
have. Maybe I have seen that thing.
Yes. Yes, this is a Power Pad game where you are running competitively. Alternatively, you could just get off the pad and slap the 2 pads with your hands over and over again and win, which is what every kid did that I knew.
Okay, I don't have context for like what was like what the technology in arcades was at the time. Did like DDR exist?
No,
So
absolutely
it's
not.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, the guy on the right.
Is an AI.
Oh, okay. This
Yeah,
AI's bad.
Yes, because
Oh, yeah,
it's designed to go
it's-
against children.
It's the difference between someone using the pad as intended and someone just hitting it with their hands.
Horse, I am really fast. By the way, yeah, no, there are pretty much two things you do in this game. You run in a straight line, or you run in a straight line and then you jump. Which is no input on the pad.
I'll be real generous for the moxie of a unique control input.
Oh,
I
don't think this game is the thing that shipped with the power pad.
Then it's a.
Let me see. I'm gonna check. NES power pad. Yes, no. This is okay. This is in fact the Western debut. This is a 1986 Bandai Namco. So this actually did come out by Bandai Namco in '87, and then Nintendo just bought the rights from Bandai and then said, "This is ours now."
Okay.
Howdy.
I'll go 5, I think. It's got moxie. It doesn't look very good, but it's an original idea.
I'm going 3 because you expect me to physically move to play your video game? Fuck you.
All right, I'm really looking forward to this next one.
I'm gonna remember that when we get to the Wii.
Yeah. You
All
sure
right.
will.
This game is called Anticipation, and first, it's by Rare. But first, I have to show you.
This one's not on Rare Replay, is it?
No, it is absolutely not. I gotta show you this famous box art.
I thought that was a Friends poster for a second.
No, that is the box art.
Well, they all look like they're having fun. It says party fun for all ages.
It sure does.
How bad could it be?
This is Nintendo's first video board game. This, my friends, spawned the nightmare. Without this, we probably don't have Mario Party.
Oh, God.
Oh, then this has to be a 10.
No, because look at this shit. Oh,
I can't even joke that this is a 10.
We both went completely opposite directions with our joke. Of yours was, oh man, it helped Mario Party become a thing. It's a 10, and mine was, fuck, it made Mario Party become a thing. It's a 2.
This isn't even a WiiWare 10.
This is.
Hang on.
Beehive.
Beehive. All right.
How the fuck did you get Beehive just from that?
Blue puzzle.
That's...
Food.
This is just bad Pictionary.
Yes, except it's the AI drawing.
Actually draw.
This looks like the beginning end
cake.
Of... This looks like the beginning and end of the game design document was the claim that it's Nintendo's first virtual board game.
They basically fucking took Pictionary and then made it an NES game. Man-made is the category.
Oh wait, is it all just Pictionary?
Yes.
There's nothing else to it? Oh my god.
We haven't seen anything else.
You've I'm feeling 3.
I think 3 sounds about right.
That's very generous of the two of you.
How did you get Hut?
I think you're right. I think you're right. It is generous. It's a 2.
Joe, do you want to revise your score after Hut?
I'll stick with 3 because you can play as an ice cream cone. You know what? That's at least one positive.
Question in the chat: when are you playing this for Mario Party Monthly?
We're too busy playing Monopoly.
This game, the best thing about it is the box art.
Have we decided our April Fool's game for this year yet?
Nope. I suggested one, and everybody was like, "That sounds stupid," and also it was like $30. So
which one did you suggest?
No. I'm pretty sure I suggested the Game of Life.
Oh yeah, it was like $30.
Yeah, it was like $30, and that was an immediate
Popsicle.
Like, no, we're good.
Maybe. Well, Monopoly for Switch is normally 40 when we got it for 10, so maybe it'll be on sale.
Damn, my joke was gonna be it was a human. That's the food that I expected it to be. The fuck is this game?
You're seeing it! Nintendo published this. Rare made it. Why didn't Microsoft want to put this on Rare Replay? This is one of the 30 best Rare games. This is better than their fucking ZX Spectrum shit.
Oh god, all the ZX Spectrum games are
Look at this.
garbage.
Look at this.
How? Ew.
Is that supposed to be a juice box?
No, that's a soda can with a straw.
Man, with the tab up.
All right, our next game. I could be on that forever. This is Super Team Games.
Oh god.
Well, I mean, they're super, and they're
This uses the power pad also.
Oh god. Damn it.
Oh, so it'll be a very good video game.
Get ready. Log hop.
No.
Hang on, let me turn up the audio for this.
That is much slower than I expected. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it has to be humanly jumpable.
Wait, you can walk on the logs? That's fucking cheating bullshit.
Yeah, it's called
I
the
call
log hop.
bullshit. Yeah, you're supposed to hop over the logs.
No.
Is it supposed to be jittery like that, or
Yes.
is that just the video? Oh no.
What, you think it can process 2 power pad inputs and split screen at a stable frame rate? And the timer at the bottom that's for some reason refreshing.
Why is there a ball now?
For some reason, the timer at the bottom is refreshing down to the millisecond.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
This
Watercross.
this is motion sickness. The game.
Yeah, this sucks.
This is a WiiWare 1.
Joe, I need a
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a 1. I don't even like to look at it.
That is a... that is the entirety of their 1988 outputs.
Yeah, I'm suddenly realizing WiiWare 10 could be a great emote.
We Were 10 is a great emote.
I'll get to work on that.
Thank you. They put out 7 games in 1988, of which 3 of them were world-class track meet anticipation and Super Team games.
Great year.
Great year.
No notes. No notes.
The highest scores for Matt were Ice Hockey and Super Mario Bros. USA at 8, and Joe, you gave an 8 to Ice Hockey.
I remember you said that this was a year we were being very positive on, and then just suddenly Rare.
Rare put out a lot of bullshit, okay?
I played all the ZX Spectrum games they put on Rare Replay. They're all absolute garbage.
All right.
All of them.
1989, Saving Grace. They put out 6 NES games, a Game & Watch, and
Rare
5...
did Game & Watch?
No, not Rare. This is Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
1989. They put out 6 NES games, 1 Game & Watch, and 5 Game Boy games because the Game Boy launched this year.
Okay.
Which means that every time from now on that you see a Game & Watch, which will happen, it's hilarious. Okay. This first game, stop me if you've heard of this one before. It's called To the Earth.
What the
the
fuck?
prequel to the Moon.
Yeah, shoot your zapper. Yeah, this is exactly like it. It's 2050. The Ragassians have invaded the Earth with a dastardly bacteriological weapon. The human race is facing the danger of extinction.
Always extinction with these people.
You are on a special mission to bring the antibacterial agent from the Neptune Terrestrial Allied Force Base, Triton, to the Earth. You must break through the invaders' cordon. Time is limited. The fate of the Earth is in your hands. Save it!
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Hey, guess
Wow,
what? It's a
this-
fucking light gun game.
This sure is a light gun
fast
game.
For an NES Zapper game.
This is very fast for a Zapper game, yeah. Also, the
I feel
flashing
like-
is essential.
Yeah, because that's how the zapper works.
Yep.
I feel like, so you say light gun game fast, and my instinct is to go, that sounds good. Then I remember it's the fucking zapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Why didn't they re-release this? Also, I like the bottom that just says to Uranus.
Why isn't the ships from this in Smash? Why is it the Duck Hunt dog?
I wonder.
Seems like
There's not even a
mistake
reference
to me.
of this in the fucking Duck Hunt. Like, this is a Nintendo first-party game, and they're like, nah, it's not even worth it. Oh my god, this strobing. I have to stop.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's,
yeah.
That is too fast. That is, like,
That's way
an
too fucking
active
fast
health.
for a Zapper game.
It's a health
I mean,
risk.
it's, God, on literally any other platform or even a controller, any functional light gun that isn't the Zapper, this would be like probably a 7, maybe. But this is like a 4, maybe a 3.
3 is where I was gonna land.
Okay, I'm giving you both
Music
a 3 for that.
sounds nice though, at least I guess.
Yeah, now imagine that on your CRT when you're 8 years old and stand right up in front of the screen.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and a half-size video feed on my laptop.
Yeah, no. Alright. I'm not going to pull up footage of this one because y'all should know. This is Tetris.
Never heard of it.
For the NES, the Tetris.
NES Tetris, though. I
Yeah,
played
this
that
is the
version. Well,
Tetris that
fucked up.
that is competitive.
Well, because it's got no RNG for the blocks.
It's got no RNG. There's no hold. There's no, yeah. This is the classic original Tetris. This is the first version to be published in the West.
Okay, I'll give it. Okay, I have a bias against NES Tetris because, it is not the first version of Tetris that I played, and I didn't enjoy playing it, but it was the first Tetris.
Yeah, no, this is as Tetris goes, this is Tetris. This is the canonical version of Tetris.
So, with my bias against it, I'll give it an 8.
Joe.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. It is still Tetris, but I feel like there's a reason I think of the Game Boy Tetris when I think of the first Tetris.
Oh, don't worry, that also came out this year. So we'll get there in a minute. Hold your thoughts on that.
Perfect.
First, we're going through short order /explode.
I'm guessing the /explode is regional title.
Nope.
Oh,
Sir? Wait, what?
I'm letting this part play out. All right, now we're playing Explode because you waited.
What?
is that how you select the game mode? So what's the game here? What's the idea?
Good.
Oh, good.
Good.
What's happening? Do you want to get
Scientifically
bombs?
accurate text.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know the rules here.
Yes.
I see.
It's a fucking 4. I can't.
Hang on, you
tell
haven't even
what's
seen the other
happening.
half of the game. Just like Nintendo World Report to review half of the game. Hi
True.
there. Squeak. What do you want to eat? Sewer burger, please. What was that? Sewer burger, please. Hold the cat.
What?
Would you believe if I told you this is a Power Pad game?
Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
Yes! That's why there's
3,
feet
fuck.
on this.
It's a 3. I changed my mind. It's a 3. What the hell?
I don't. 3 feels a little generous for someone that's still trying to make the power pad work. I'm gonna go. I'm saying 2.
But
This
parents,
looks fucking awful.
Parents bought a big, huge, expensive thing that they can't get rid of that can't really be folded up and stored and is the size of a carpet. Of course game developers need to give parents something to justify that to themselves. Don't worry, our next game is also a Power Pad game.
Oh my god.
How is this fucking... Wait, I think I know this game. Oh my god, I do know this game because...
Go on, please. Please.
This was made by... Oh, fuck. What are they? Human Entertainment? It was developed by them? I think? Because this game
Warm
came
Up
up
Exercise.
when I did my clock tower.
Yes, this is what the Power Pad looks like, by the way.
Oh, don't like that.
The blue ones is the blue is player 1 and the red is player 2, except for this, where it's just telling you where to put your feet.
Oh,
Okay.
Watch the way I move.
Okay, this looks like an exercise tool. This is at least like a neat idea for this piece of garbage.
So I am correct. This game was developed by Human Entertainment, who would later go on to make Clock Tower.
Yeah, you also got Skyline in the background.
What's
It's true, graphically very nice.
Yeah, like honestly, it's not the worst looking. It also doesn't sound like I mean, I'll be real. I like the bit crushed counting voice. That's pretty good.
Okay, this is a neat idea. I'll give it a 5.
I think a 5 is where I live. It doesn't look like a good game, but you know what? It seems weirdly more functional than the other ones we've watched.
Yes.
There's a point A to point B on this one getting made.
Yes. Also, Fangs points out, yeah, by the way, when people were skeptical of the fucking balance board for the Wii when that got announced, it's because all the fucking people in that room remember this shit.
I love the phrasing of the Power Pad walked so the balance board could jog.
Hell yeah. All right, Joe, you ready for a game that you've played?
Oh shit, I have played this, haven't I? This
Cobra.
is another one.
Cobra Triangle, motherfucker. First of all, it's got the sickest title screen on the NES. Get ready. There it is.
Right. Oh my god, that's awesome!
That is the best thing about this game.
I have vague memories of playing this.
All right, this is what it is.
Stage.
This game actually kind of fucking really rules.
Oh, this is we took RC Pro-Am and made a video game out of it.
Yeah, we took RC Pro-Am and made it a shooter.
Yeah, I think I remember mostly liking this.
Yeah, I dig this. This looks cool.
I'll give it an 8. It's still on the NES, so it doesn't get a 10. But I'd say I'd say a 9. It looks fun.
This is Rare's best NES game by far.
I was expecting to be the higher one with a 7, but yeah, I guess I feel like I'm being too harsh.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. Like I'm not calibrated for NES.
NES games aren't allowed to be cool. That's why this is.
Yeah, no, this thing looks sick as shit, dude. Look at our chat. Look at the fucking chat immediately vibing with this shit. This holds up.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, this is a game that was sick as shit then and is cool now.
I gotta dig my Xbox out of the closet to play this on Rare Replay.
Fuck yeah, you do. Alright, get ready. Oh, I love this 10-hour video. This 10-hour video gives me all the life in the world.
Oh my god, sometimes I forget that it's called Dragon Warrior in the West.
I also don't think I knew that Nintendo published it in the West.
Nintendo gave it... Okay. Do you know the story of how this game came to the West?
I know remarkably little about Dragon Quest. All I know is that once upon a time, Square Enix was Square and Enix, and this was Enix.
Okay,
and
yes.
That's all I know.
So, first of all, yes, this is Enix, not Square. When Square and Enix merged, Enix's core franchise was Dragon Quest. So, this game blows the fuck up in Japan beyond any comprehension. Like, by the time we get to Dragon Quest 3 in Japan, we're literally talking about the Japanese government is going to Enix and saying, you've got to release this shit on a Friday or a Saturday because people are going to miss school and work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That happened by 3. So, this franchise, enormous. RPGs, this is not the first JRPG on the NES. This is not even like the 10th. But no JRPG had really taken off in the West. So,
Was Final Fantasy 1 out at this time yet?
yeah, no. It came out after this, inspired by this.
Wow, okay.
Yes. So, Final Fantasy 1 was out by the time Dragon Quest 1 got localized. But when Dragon Quest 1 came out, no, this game revolutionized the JRPG. But
Yeah.
so the head of Nintendo of America at the time, Minoru Arakawa, who related to the head of Nintendo NCL at the time. Long story. I'm not going to give you the entire history of NOA here, but he was super like, we have to get this into the West. So they bought the publishing rights, and they were like, he was personally determined to make JRPGs a thing in the West, to the point where they gave this game away for free to every single Nintendo Power subscriber. Millions of people.
God.
They
Holy
shipped
shit.
millions of copies of this game for free, with the expectation that this game would fucking take off and they would recoup on the back end with other JRPGs, Dragon Quest 2, Dragon Quest 3, etc. It didn't work. But the game is incredible. But this game for a certain generation in North America, this is like the JRPG because they got it for free.
I don't see how anyone could give this less than a 10. I think this literally the most genre defying a game can be.
I'm marking you down as a 10, Matt.
This is I personally, I don't like JRPGs from this era very much, but like this is the JRPG.
Yes, and it has
every JRPG today does not exist without this game.
Yep, and it of course has saving. It has introduced a ton of conventions, and then as this video says, if you know what you're doing, this is a 10-hour long game. NES games are not 10-hour games.
No, they sure aren't.
And it has replay value on top of that.
Yeah, I'd say a 10 is just in terms of the historical significance and all that.
Yeah, I feel like the only way you could give Dragon Quest.
I know if
Quest
if I tried to play this game today, I'd fucking hate it. I could guarantee you 100% I'd fucking hate it.
You could really only give this game less than a 10 on like a personal what I care about scale. I think.
Oh, this next one is such a bitch to search. All right, we're gonna search 1989. Yeah, 1989, the Zelda Game & Watch. Not to be confused with the Zelda Game & Watch they put out later.
Or the Zelda Game Watch.
All right. Enjoy. This is the watch function. We're going to fast forward a little bit.
That's the most important part of any Game & Watch.
It is, in fact, both game and watch.
So it's just the CDI games, but on a watch.
The CDI didn't exist yet.
And in fairness, neither did the Game Boy.
This did. Yeah, no, the Game Boy Super existed by this point.
Literally, our next game is a Game Boy game.
Not only is our next game a Game Boy game, because this is the year it came out in the West, by the time this game released in Japan, the Game Boy existed in Japan. This is a post-Game Boy Game & Watch.
Was the Game Boy out in the West?
Yeah, by this year, yeah.
What is...
This is the first year we're doing Game Boy. This is the last game before we get to the first Game Boy launch titles.
Well, okay, day this launched in the West. Was the Game Boy out on that day?
Fucking list of Game & Watch games. That's gonna be where we find it, right? Control F. All right. We're looking like August 26, 1989. April 1989. Absolutely.
Okay. That brings it down a bit. Okay. I'm going to... It has clear, wild ambition.
Oh yeah, no, but okay.
So
I want to be
I'll-
clear. Probably out of every Game & Watch game, this is the best Game & Watch game.
This one
Yeah,
seems
okay.
like it's a game.
Yes, and it's a watch. It is in fact both this time.
Okay, so clearly a mistake to release a Game & Watch game after the Game Boy, but this one is clearly the best. So I'll go 6.
Five, it's still a Game & Watch.
Did you remember to add your point for it being a watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that you were taking that into account. All right, we are on to the Game Boy. What are your experiences, both of you? We've talked about the NES now. What are both of your experiences with the original Game Boy?
I had one.
I think I started with a Game Boy Color.
Technically, I started with a Game Boy Pocket, but I feel like I've seen an original Game Boy, so they're
They're
the same.
thick. They're thick boys.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
The form factor is the only difference, and the form factor of original Game Boy is not bad, so I count it and the Pocket as the same thing.
No, that's fair. I mostly meant the games.
And
All right.
We've played 3 original Game Boy games for Smash Pieces. We'll talk about them when we get to them.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, it's Breakout.
It sure is Breakout.
Welcome to full-priced retail games on the Game Boy for like the first 2 years.
How the player has not participated yet. Okay, there we go.
So here's the thing I was kind of getting at with the Game Boy. The Game Boy more than any system ever had 2 complete life cycles. And I don't mean like just in terms of years. I mean like there was a second launch title for the Game Boy many years later. Mm-hmm. One guess what it is. But so in this first round, by the way, this launch lineup, just for your context, 'cause I know this is the first one we're looking at, is this a port of NES Baseball, Tetris, and Super Mario Land, and then Tennis. So those are that's the launch lineup. So even like among those, this is pretty fucking anemic.
Feels very much like the NES.
And then the Game Boy kind of just gets weird, anemic, like, because people have not really figured out what portable play is. So, like, the Game Boy is weird and kind of barren for its first couple of years, and, like, really, it's kind of a Tetris machine. Mm-hmm. And then Pokemon shipped. And then suddenly, everyone was making Game Boy games again.
Yep.
Because, despite the fact that the Game Boy, by the time Pokemon shipped, was, 7 years old? It sure got a whole new breath of fresh air and life. But yes, this is a Nintendo first-party Arkanoid, except they called it Alleyway. There are no items.
Yeah, it doesn't look super impressive.
You could buy this for a limited time left on the Nintendo 3DS eShop.
They've deigned to re-release this one, huh?
This was one of the first titles on the fucking 3DS eShop, and the 3DS eShop was barren as shit for a while, and so some people literally did play this because the 3DS was in dire straits in its launch year. We'll get there.
Boy, wasn't it.
So,
I
yes.
was there.
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did release this shit on the eShop.
Thanks. Oh my god, is this video an hour?
Hour and 21 minutes. Hang on, you want to see the last level?
I feel like being made to sit down and play this for an entire
Almost
consecutive
replay?
hour.
This is
Playing
it.
this
This is
for
the
the-
last level. It's Bowser.
Oh, that's cute. I don't mind that.
Why aren't they bouncing off of the bricks?
Yeah,
I have some serious
Oh.
questions.
this isn't how Breakout's supposed to work. Arkanoid isn't. This is not. Okay, well.
Hang
that
on.
sure happened.
Wait, Mario's the. By the way, Mario's the playable character in this, allegedly, according to the number of lives. Get ready.
Nice play.
Thank you, Mario.
I'll say 6. It's not impressive, but it is.
Yeah,
it's not
Mario is
like-
on the box art.
It's not like I can just whip out my phone and play this for free. So it seems nice to just be able to turn it on and play it when and wherever. So I'll say 6.
Ah, fuck it. This is a 4. This game looks boring as shit, even for the time.
All right, get ready for baseball on the Game Boy.
Oh, that's a baseball.
Oh fuck yeah! This is on the. This is captured from the 3DS.
Oh boy. Oh, that is a baseball.
Yeah, but no, this does in fact look like what it would look like on hardware, whereas the black and white does not.
What is going on with the stereo sound there? Holy shit.
It has stereo sound, but only one speaker.
Well, it says dot right
Yeah.
there. It says dot matrix with stereo sound, and by God, are they using it?
Yeah, that's what you plug headphones in for. GX. Oh right, the Game Boy looks awful. Yeah, it's easy to fucking forget that when you look at the games through emulators.
Yeah.
This is what the Game Boy shipped with without any light.
This shirt.
Yeah, it's a launch
Looks
title,
like-
motherfucker.
This sure looks like a video game.
It's a port of the NES launch title.
What did I give NES baseball?
Yeah, I don't remember what I gave NES baseball.
You gave NES baseball. Matt, you gave it an 8. Joe, you gave it a 5. And that was 4 years prior to this. This is
Okay.
the same game, but looks worse. It doesn't
We're on a
have
handheld
multiplayer.
now.
Doesn't have multiplayer.
Oh,
We're on
it's
it. We're on a handheld. That's a big deal in itself.
It is a big deal. You can go in a car and play baseball.
I'm
Yeah, but why
going-
the fuck would you want to play baseball with no multiplayer?
that is a strike against it.
Why would you
But-
want that?
It's a solid baseball game. It's running on a handheld.
Wait, they fucking caught it. Why wasn't that an out?
I'll say it's a 7.
Yeah,
This is-
play
this is
baseball on your
day
brick.
Day one Game Boy.
A 7?
Day one Game Boy.
This is a 4.
Day one.
I love that you both just decreased your score by 1.
I would fucking, I'll die before I play no multiplayer baseball. I don't give a shit how
You
portable
didn't
it
give
is.
Wait.
the first one that highest score.
Joe, here's a question for you. You just said, I'll die before I play no multiplayer baseball.
I meant to say 2 for some reason.
Okay, and then you said 4, and that's
Yeah,
why I
don't
was
know
gonna
why
be
I said
like,
4. It's a fucking 2.
does this
I'm-
recontextualize everything that you've
Joe,
given a
Joe,
4
you
for
need
2
to
or 1 2?
you need to be real careful what you say on a stream where people deciding punishment games can listen.
It's true, you're playing Game Boy games next, motherfucker.
Every single person that gives me baseball for the Game Boy will get the worst Nancy Drew game I can find.
You're already doing that to me.
Alright. By the way,
You don't know that. I haven't played this one.
so, okay. Matt, I appreciate your argument about day one Game Boy. I'm gonna show you a Game Boy game.
Yeah, we played this for Masterpieces.
Yep, this was Daisy's game.
That came out the same day.
Yeah, well, that's why baseball didn't get like a 9.
And you know, for watered down Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Land's pretty alright.
I'm sorry that baseball doesn't live up to one of the greatest achievements in handheld game development of the era.
You're right, it doesn't. Anyways, this is a 10.
Yeah, 10. This is a 10.
This game was like actually surprisingly fun when we played it. And it also has a really, really good soundtrack. Like a really good soundtrack. And the fact that only one of the songs is in Smash and it's not even like
It's not even the best one. Yeah.
Is fucking
It's not even like top 3. We also got one of Seren, I don't know if you've ever seen the clip of Joe playing Mario Land for Masterpieces. I feel like you would love it.
Good.
Let me find that.
Thank you. I will watch it after.
The fact that I know exactly what clip you're talking about.
Oh, it's the clip.
All right. I want to reiterate no multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this clip in the chat so that everyone else can see it too, and I'll put it in our DM.
Actually, yeah. I can pull that up on this on the channel.
Beautiful.
1 second. Yep. I was gonna say, not all the songs are good. I
thought Ben was joking when he said there was a world that was just China.
Nope.
I like the rest of that song. It's just that intro that's like, oh yeah, it's the notes we gotta put in front of every. Yeah, okay. Anyways, multiplayer-less tennis also sounds in fact, sounds worse than multiplayer-less baseball.
Is this also a port?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you cut out there. I didn't hear your answer.
Yeah.
What did I give the NES version?
You gave it you both gave it an 8.
Sure as fuck ain't an 8, I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna use my same reasoning for baseball. Minus 1 point. It's a 7.
It's a 5.
Wait, you just said this was worse.
At least it looks like it controls better.
You just said this was
Yeah,
worse.
at least it looks like it plays better than baseball still.
All right, I'm not gonna pull footage Tetris.
Okay, I don't think I've ever played original Game Boy Tetris. Does it have any like mechanical differences from the NES version?
It's missing color. It's portable. I want to underscore the part where it's portable 10 times, and then I want to mention it was packed in with the system. Nintendo of America packed in the killer app with the system.
Yeah, as far as I am aware, Tetris is generally considered one of the main reasons the Game Boy took off.
It's the only reason the Game Boy survived long enough for Pokemon.
I still have a bias against old Tetris with no hold, but I'll still be quite positive and say 8. That's with a strong I never want to play this bias. An 8.
So yeah, Dragon Warrior, Super Mario Land, and Tetris. 3 Joe 10s and 2 Matt 10s. So if I pull up the ranking, that is the highest you have ever ranked a year, and it is possible. And in fact, going by historical precedent, very plausible, you will never have another year that ranks this high. Because let me tell you something about Nintendo that you're going to learn real fast here. When they started publishing a lot of games, they started publishing a lot more games than you realized.
Yep. I've heard a couple of them.
So the early years are the ones that are going to be much, much easier to get a high number on. Because if they just release 3 10 out of 10s and then a couple like 5s and maybe a 2. That still nets out really high relative to 3, 3, 3, 9, 3, 3, 2, which we will get to.
Scaling up with more stuff also means more garbage.
Oh, 100%. All right. 1990. We're in full swing here. Super Mario Brothers 3, which is a very old game by the time we get to the US launch.
Mm-hmm.
This comes out in the US the same year that Super Mario World comes out in Japan.
Wow.
It's because they spent over a full calendar year marketing the shit out of this game.
In theaters.
In theaters and on TV and in, like, on food and on, like, everything. Alright, let's go fast forward. Y'all know what this fucking game is. It's Mario 3.
Yeah, I'm scared that I have this instinct to just give every Mario game a 10, but I don't want to do that, so I'm, like, trying to find problems with this.
It is Mario 3.
Yeah, no,
be fair, like, considered one of the best 2D platformers ever fucking made.
you did not give Super Mario USA a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a Mario
1,
game.
2 on this whistle will send you to a faraway land.
Yeah, but we're also not very far from Super Mario World, and World is going to be a 10.
That's
So-
fine. You can have
Both can be
3 and
you
World
don't
can
have,
both
like,
be 10s.
You don't have a limited amount of 10s you're allowed to give.
It's true. Don't worry. This isn't something like Sunshine, where if you give it really anything above a certain threshold, you're gonna be talked down from me until you give me the score I want.
The sniper that Serena's hired to watch both of our windows will fire.
Well, it's impressive that one sniper can watch both of us at the same time.
He's really good.
He's the most sniper.
He's the most sniper in US history.
Yeah, fucking Chad is insisting that this is either a 9 or a 10.
Oh yeah, like I was not gonna go lower than a 9 for sure. Sure, I'll say 9. I'll say 10. 10.
Joe.
It's a 10.
Alright, motherfuckers, get ready. Here's what we're gonna do.
Oh no.
Alright, I'm setting this up. I think Joe's watching the stream, so he knows what's about to happen.
Yep, sure am.
I'm watching the Discord stream.
Great,
with
so this is
the chat open.
Yeah, you're fine.
Should I switch to the Twitch stream?
No, you're good.
Okay.
There's a couple franchises where I am.
The chat seems very worried.
Yes, good. There's a few of these franchises where I am going to have counters on screen for how many of them we've done. Because these are franchises that show up way more than people think.
I see.
We're doing Dr. Mario for the NES. And let me tell you something. There are so many of these fucking things. So great. You don't need to grade on that curve yet. By the time that counter says something like 10...
I have not ever liked Dr. Mario.
This shipped alongside the Game Boy version, by the way. The Game Boy version has portability, but lacks a really important element. Can you guess what that is? Gee, I wonder why.
Play this without color.
Well, we'll put up footage.
I guess we'll find out.
We sure will. Okay, I think Dr. Mario is a bad puzzle game. I think it has game design issues that I have big problems with. So I can't even say.
What did you give the WiiWare one?
What did I give the WiiWare one?
You gave the WiiWare one a pretty positive score, if I remember, because of how early it was and the fact that you could send free copies to your friends. I'm looking. You gave it. I scrolled past it already. You gave it an 8.
Why? Oh my god.
because it had
I mean,
the virus buster mode with the Wii remote cursor, and it let you send it.
Was
Yeah,
I peer pressured into that?
maybe.
I cannot imagine.
Alex
giving that
Alex gave an
with
8
my full
also.
chest.
I think you were like, it's impressive. I'll give it an 8.
I can't give this an 8. This is, if I want to be really generous, it's a 7. If I'm really, really generous.
Are you gonna do James's Mario Party scoring rules where every single time he gives it 1 less?
I might end up doing that. Not intentionally, but yeah, it's the first one, so I'll be a little nice. But I don't like Dr. Mario. I like as a concept, I don't enjoy what the game is.
Yeah,
so.
you don't like forging medical licenses.
No.
I mean, I never
Well,
said
if
that.
that was
but...
if that was actually what it was about, then I'd be on board.
Look, that's a lucrative market. You can't blame me for trying to take. I mean, you can because the law, but.
All right.
I will give it a 5. I don't like Dr. Mario at all. It's not fun.
All right.
It's like the second game I think in general that I first masterpieces when we did Dr. Mario 64 that I was like, I can't do this, and then didn't.
Boobs on the NES.
How progressive.
This is Barker Bill's trick shooting for the NES. It is 4 different mini games for the Zapper.
So this is just Duck Hunt, but again.
All right, this one you shoot balloons.
There's even a dog!
What the fuck do you expect from a light gun game other than shooting targets?
But there's even a dog!
Yeah, dog's a little more specific.
All right, what about flying saucers?
Oh, boy, that's also in Duck Hunt.
It's also a Duck Hunt.
Perfect. All right, fine. You don't like flying saucers. What about whatever the fuck this one is?
Is this Hogan's?
No, you can't shoot it if it's behind the glass.
Okay, this at least isn't in Duck Hunt.
But it's basically Hogan's Alley. All right, are you ready for the? Are you ready for the last one, which is Fun Follies?
No.
Ready?
Wait.
It's 4 games. It's 4 games in 1. What could you possibly be complaining about?
You know, what could I be complaining about? You're right.
I mean, just like in Mario Party, you have to rank all 50 games, and then you'll have your one true score.
Look, I'm just gonna say,
it
on
alters
screen right now. Why is that cardboard cutout moving? No.
Fun Follies just rotates between the other 3 every time you complete an objective.
Can you do me a favor to show the menu where we can see the game logo?
Yeah, like at the very top.
Yeah. The like the menu where you're selecting the game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, not the game logo. Okay, select mode, pull trigger. This feels like a brand. What brand am I thinking of looking at this? Why is this so familiar?
You're thinking of Papa John's.
Oh yeah, you are thinking of Papa John's. Holy shit!
I used to live 2 blocks away from one.
Yeah, that's a Papa John's. I'll give it what I would give a Papa John's pizza, a 3.
Can someone clip that, please?
That's the cheapest I can get here around here, so I eat a lot of it.
Can someone please clip the what the fuck is that logo, Papa John's? It breaks everyone.
Jesus Christ! Oh, it even has like the green of the fucking shit.
What's up? What's the problem?
Which came first? Did Papa John's take their logo from this?
Papa John's
Chicken
happened.
or the egg question of our time.
Barkerville's twig shooting or Papa John's? Joe, I need a score.
Oh, it's a fucking 2. It's just Duck Hunt again.
I don't know about that. Duck Hunt seemed better than this. All right. 1990, they put out Punch Out again, but this time they took out Mike Tyson and put Mr. Dream in.
Oh, right. Those are technically 2 separate games, huh?
Those technically are, yes.
I'd give it the exact same score. It's the same fucking game.
Yeah,
just
I feel
without
like
Mike Tyson in it.
Yeah, give whatever I gave the original -1.
Oh, -1? Okay.
-1?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, because it's this. What am I gonna pay money for the same game?
Yes.
No.
Without Mike Tyson in it? Yeah.
All right. Both of you are currently at the same average, despite the fact that you've only given one score the same. All right. Are you ready for some NES play-action football? I don't hear a lot of
I'm ready
yeses.
for anything. So, I mean,
Wow, it's an NES game that has black people. How novel. They didn't really allow Western developers, so that actually is novel.
yes, my favorite football team, New York.
Yes.
The New York.
Look
New
at this
Yorks.
fucking angle. Look at this fucking gameplay angle.
This. I mean, I guess. How else would you? Why did he go back? Hey, buddy, that's not
Touchback.
how, even I know that's not how you play football.
I've never seen football at this angle before.
Look at this. Look at this fucking gameplay.
Oh boy. That's some fucking
So, like,
football, huh?
even in like modern football games, that screen, I will never understand what the fuck it means. I'll never get it. I'll never get it.
Pick what
that's
the guys
that's
do.
play.
Oh yeah, I know it's the plays. I don't know what the fuck any of the symbols mean.
So the dots are the players, and then the arrows are where the players are gonna go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't get that part.
I don't understand what your confusion is. That you said like what?
Everything. This is a weird isometric angle for football. I don't know how. Well, I guess no, because like behind.
Who
the
is
back
QB
on the
Sack?
top?
Who is QB Sack here?
No, quarterback sacked.
Is
Okay.
It? But
Yeah.
then what is Chicago? It was
Chicago.
Yeah,
Okay.
my dad made me play football in middle school, so I know the basics of the rules. Sacking is when the quarterback gets tackled before he gets to pass or hand off the ball.
What was that cinematic? Did they just kiss? Yes.
That's what football is, as far as I'm aware.
This is how babies are made.
No wonder
Through
the NFL has so much power.
yeah, through concussions.
Through a lot of concussions.
And then sometimes they run for government.
And it's really funny as long as they don't win.
Yeah. Well,
And thank God they didn't. I genuinely am struggling to think of. This is.
give me a number. I need a number. And I'm not allowing
go-
half scores.
I can't go higher than 5 on this. It
Yeah,
looks.
this looks bad.
Yeah, no, this game sucks shit. By the way,
Sounds generous.
Tech- Tecmo Bowl is-
sounds too high. I just don't think I can go above.
there have already been a lot of NES games on the NES by this point. Or football
Yeah,
games.
a better football game already exists. This is a 3, I think.
I'm gonna. Yeah. No. Yeah. 3. I'll go with 3 as well. Fuck it.
New York PAT. All right.
Yeah, I got nothing on all those.
Good.
Get ready for this. It's by Rare.
Bot.
This is also not one I think is on.
It is
Rare Replay.
extremely not a Rare Replay because it's based on a Williams pinball table.
Ah.
Oh, we got boobs again.
She's got handprints on her boobs.
I've seen that episode of Torchwood. I haven't. I've just seen a screenshot of it.
Jesus. That is not where... Okay. Okay.
I mean, it looks like pinball, I guess.
They recreated a real table.
They sure did.
And it has...
This is
okay.
the NES?
Yeah, this is the NES. I want you to think back to the fucking NES pinball game that Nintendo put out in, like, 1986. Like, yeah, for the NES, this fucking kind of
looks really
rules.
good. Like, it's very, very visually nice.
Too bad
And
it's still
like,
pinball.
there's a lot going on screen. which
Also,
I think
they've
they
got this
better
really
fucking do.
smart gameplay design of having the screen tear. Like, this is not a joke. Oh, so that you can keep an eye on your on your paddles, your bonus, and your score without having to render them multiple places. So you always see the bottom of the screen.
7.
An 8. Honestly, this is a pretty impressive looking pinball game on the NES. And
This is
also, it does recreate the feeling of too much going on, which is how pinball machines should be.
Yeah, this is fucked up because for once Joe currently has the higher average than Matt. And when
Yeah,
we're
this
talking
is
about
the NES, Matt. You're gonna need to fix your shit. This isn't how it's supposed to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
Yeah, music. I would never play this game in a billion years, but this fucking music is great. Actually, I might end up playing this game with the Pixel remasters at some point. But I mean, I don't know how to not give this a 10. This is a 10. It's fucking Final Fantasy. This is first Final Fantasy.
Don't worry, we'll get to the second Final Fantasy, allegedly.
Oh yeah, that won't be a 10.
Oh, no,
Yay.
the second one is 4.
Oh,
In a-
right. Right, we didn't get the real 2. We were saved.
In a post-Dragon Quest world, I'm willing to say this is a 9.
Yeah, this did not sell well. Despite the fact that this game was teed up by Enix and Nintendo.
I'm still gonna give it, like,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy still, to this day, like,
Oh, I'm not telling you to fucking
Despite
score
having-
it based on the sales.
despite being the franchise that has Final Fantasy VIII in it, it's really popular still.
Alright, we're going for another rare replay game.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
What's wrong?
I fucking hated this game when I played it.
All I know about this game is that my coworker in college said it was real good.
Huh. That's interesting.
Your coworker in college
Was your
is a liar.
coworker in college a child in 1990?
Was your coworker
yeah.
Tim Stamper? It's rattle and roll. There they are.
Alright, there's a checker.
This game sucks. Like, I don't think it's the
It's an
worst game.
isometric platformer where it's hard to judge depth.
It's really not good. I like the music at least. The music is fun, but like this game sucks to play. It's not.
You go really fast in it, which is not always a good thing, it turns out.
What is he spitting out when he eats the orbs? Like, do the orbs
shell.
have bones? Is that what I'm watching? Swallow all your food, asshole.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the presentation of this is good, but yeah, there's a
playing it
foot.
sucks.
I don't hate this. I don't know what's going on, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, the isometric gameplay makes it really hard to judge where you're actually going to land when you actually have your hands on the controllers, which you can see in the gameplay where they just keep missing the platforms.
I am gonna give this a 4. Like, I don't think it's the worst game Rare made for the NES, but it's certainly not good.
Of course not, they made Anticipation.
They did make Anticipation. That's correct.
This looks nice.
It's
This
also
looks- I don't know, this-
multiplayer if you want it to be.
I feel like this looks like a 6. I truthfully do not understand what is happening, but
Yeah,
Doesn't look
playing it
bad.
doesn't fix that at all.
You're back to a tied score. All right. The next game is Nintendo World Cup.
That's that FIFA game, right?
No. It's a Kunio-kun game.
oh my god.
Oh, right. Right. I remember seeing a bit of this when I was when I did River City Girls for OSC because I looked
Yeah.
into like the history of the Kunio-kun games.
They made
it
the
already gets
characters.
some points.
They made the characters black and called it Nintendo World Cup.
Oh Christ!
I showed you the Japanese version first.
Ah. I was gonna say it gets points already for having the Kunio-kun sprites, and then more information was found. I do like that guy's eyes. I will say that. Which guy am I talking about? That's up to you.
This looks like an alright soccer game.
I know, it looks kind of slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think this is a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. It's no Mega Man soccer.
All right, we got 3 Game Boy games. Nope, not NES. Game Boy.
Oh boy, golf. The only game that fits not being multiplayer.
Oh fuck yeah, Jeremy Parrish. The lowest score given so far? Oh, there have been many. There have been a lot of ones. Super Team Games. Joe's Kid Icarus. Matt's Balloon Fight. Game & Watch. Joe's Urban Champion. Joe's Climber Game & Watch. Both parties Game & Watch Blackjack.
Forgot about Game & Watch Blackjack.
Both parties Game & Watch Fire Attack. And Joe's Judge Game & Watch all got 1s.
This looks like a neat little golf game on Game Boy, I think. This looks pretty functional.
I guess. And I can't even take point. Like, golf is the only sport I can't take it off for not being multiplayer. Because, like,
Golf.
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 Golf is a single player game even when you're playing with other people.
I'll give this a 7.
Mario Golf Super Rush would beg to differ. Also, yeah, this does work with the green screen.
For a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, I think a 7 fits fine.
Continuing your tied score. How do you both feel about 2 more games, close out 1990, take a 5-minute break?
Sure.
Okay. Because we've been going for an hour and a half, and we're going to be going for quite a bit longer, so this is a threat. All right. Here's Kix. Very excited to see your
Why
take
does
on.
this name sound familiar?
Listen to this fucking song.
This song feels like an act of violence.
So when does the rest of the song play?
Yeah, this is a port of an arcade game by Taito.
I see.
You draw lines.
Oh, it's that game. This sounds horrible.
Yeah, dude, it's on the Game Boy. I don't know what you expect.
It sounds worse than a Game Boy game usually would.
What is the
What are these
objective?
sound effects? You gotta draw the biggest squares you can without something touching your line while you're drawing.
Yep.
Without being murdered by the shadow monster?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sure that's what that's supposed to be. Because from here, it just looks like they started drawing a sprite of a centipede and then gave up after they drew the legs. Where they for some reason drew the legs first. What the? You did it!
This is also on the 3DS Virtual Console.
Oh boy. This feels like a... I think it feels like a 4.
I say a 3. This game looks not good. It doesn't even look fun as a game. And the sound design is like an assault on me.
All right, last one is Dr. Mario on the Game Boy. Are you ready to see how they do it without color?
Oh god.
All right, all my feelings about this game will. Okay, they chose Fever. Good.
How do
I like
they do
chill,
with
but they
color?
chose
Not
Fever.
well.
I don't know what you're talking about. They have 3 options: solid, blank, and
Solid,
checkerboard.
liquid, and gas. Oh, this looks terrible! Ah!
What? You mean you don't want to easily discern which one is which?
My fucking eyes! This actually hurts to look at.
Also, yes, I need to increment the Dr. Mario count. Hold on.
I can't imagine how like much worse this would have been on a green screen too.
I'm
Oh
saying
yeah.
too.
No, I do gotta go back. You're right. I should find the green screen. It looks like it's yellow.
Okay, this looks remarkably less bad.
Yeah, it hurts a little bit less to look at, but it still ain't great.
3.
Yeah, I'll say 3. It's like in black and white. Oh my god.
Yes. Welcome to Game Boy. It's weird to... It's hard to show what it actually looked like. All right. For those keeping track, Matt did eventually go 1 point higher in total than Joe. So we did not get... we did not quite get the Joe has a higher average than Matt that we were thinking about.
Damn.
Okay.
I mean, wait.
We're gonna head out for about 5 minutes. I need to refill my water, and then we will come back for 1991 and the launch of the Super Nintendo.
Oh boy.
All right, thanks
Video
everyone.
games start to get good.
And hello, we are back. I have added my other counter for what I'm tracking, which is how many Mario versus Donkey Kong games there are.
Oh, that's not going to be relevant for a while.
It's not. It's going to become even more relevant than Dr. Mario when it starts, though. Trust
Sure
me,
will.
it's a flood. In the meantime, for chat, oh yes, we do need a Tetris sequel counter. 1 second. GX has been through this exercise a number of times with me, so is completely correct about what we have. We're gonna take that and we're gonna move it down here, and we're gonna rename it to Tetris Count 2. We've had 2 Tetris games. Believe me, get ready for them. Alright. How's that? Yes, and for chat, just to see the graph, this is where we're at with 1990. Both Matt and Joe gave just about the same score, with 5.75 versus 5.66 recurring. So, very close on the scale. And now, we're going all the way back to 1991 with the only NES game that was published this year. Get ready for NES Open Tournament Golf. But before we start, Matt, Joe,
Yeah.
who the fuck is holding Luigi's arm?
Peach 2.
It's Peach's sister.
Isn't it?
Great.
It's supposed to be Daisy, I think. Isn't
No.
she Luigi's
No.
caddy?
No, I don't think that's Daisy. And Daisy definitely wasn't Luigi's girlfriend at this point.
Yep.
I know Daisy was somebody's caddy in some golf game, and that was like the last time she ever showed up. Until Mario Tennis 64.
It's a stretch to say we're looking at Daisy here.
That ain't Daisy. Alright. Here is the best golf game on NES. Look at this color.
Yeah, it's fairly impressive.
Honestly, yeah. Like it is genuinely a very good looking golf game.
And a good playing golf game.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of this game because it was also an ambassador game on the 3DS.
Yeah, they picked the good one. Instead, between golf, for ambassador games, when they were like, oh fuck, we're sorry, and to not give us money, they picked the good NES golf game, or the best NES golf game, rather.
I'm looking up the manual PDF to see if it says that's Daisy. Oh my fucking god, hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Not only does the manual say it's Daisy,
Yes.
but the picture of her in the manual compared to the picture in the game is clearly a different woman.
Fuck yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Here, I'm putting this in our chat.
You gotta remember, Daisy essentially did not fucking exist.
No,
up to
no,
this
Joe,
point.
that's Daisy. But that's not the same woman that's on the title screen.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna put that on the stream so people can see this.
That is a different woman.
That is a different woman. That is different hair, that is a different outfit, that is different accessories.
But anyways, this is the last time Daisy would ever show up until Mario Tennis 64. When Peach needed a doubles partner.
No. No.
No, that's a different woman.
No.
The dress isn't even the right color.
It's not even the same
Peach's is
length.
either, but...
No. You are not. This is a conspiracy.
You ever seen the movie Changeling?
I haven't.
I have not.
No. Yeah, no. This
There
is.
is only one toadstool twin.
We have uncovered a conspiracy that I'm sure people on Mario Wiki have been arguing about for 20 years.
Hold on.
but
Let me. What's? Look at the earrings. It's the same earrings as the woman on the left.
except it has a fucking dot in it. But yeah, no, the earrings are very much not the completely ear covering flower. No. I don't fucking know who the fuck is on the right. But here's the important thing.
It's so like it's not even this game's version of Daisy.
Yeah. Here's the crucial thing about the NES. On this screen, you're not making savings really by using the same sprite. Because this whole fucking screen is one sprite.
Yeah.
I trust your word on that completely because you just shipped an NES game.
I sure just shipped an NES game. Motherfucker. That feels like they made a choice when they made this in the game, and then, this is my headcanon. This is not fact. I'm just now thinking of this for the first time. But my headcanon here is they shipped this, or they programmed this in, and then someone's like Miyamoto's like, oh, we just shipped a new character called Daisy. You should have that be Daisy. And they were like, okay, but we're not redoing the art.
That wouldn't be the first time Miyamoto has done exactly that.
So in here, there's in the manual, it's Daisy. Okay, I can say this as a woman. That hoe comes up to me and says, hi, I'm Daisy. I'm punching her in the nose. That ain't Daisy. That ain't Daisy. 1 out of 10. Fuck this game. I was originally gonna go back for being a good NES game. Nah. No, bitches. Who's that?
What are you talking about? It's been Daisy the whole time. This is what Daisy looks
Who's
like.
that bitch? No. Get her out of here.
Anyways, I give this game an 8. It's still golf at the end of the day. Golf is dumb, but it's an 8. This is a really good looking golf game.
8 sounds good to me, yeah. Might have been a 9 if they didn't fuck up Daisy.
No, GX, I'm already in a broken state of mind because of some really fucked up house listings I've seen today that Matt and Joe have seen also.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking bathroom. I'm still thinking about it.
No, my day has been fucking wild. Alright, we're on to the Super Nintendo. That was the only NES game they shipped this year.
Oh. Sorry, I'm reacting to something completely unrelated.
Okay.
Oh, we just got release dates for the Kazuya and Sephiroth amiibo.
Oh, what day?
January 13th.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a Sephiroth. And
Nice. Last two amiibo.
Yeah, I can still fucking wait.
No, Pirate Mythra still hasn't released.
Oh,
That's true. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Star
One
Tropics was fucking... When was Star Tropics?
Wait, actually, why is Kazuya and Sephiroth before Pyra and Mythra? What the fuck's going on here?
Sephiroth has a longer sword, and so he got there first.
Oh.
I mean, F-Zero's cool. F-Zero's cool.
F-Zero is cool.
Am I missing Star Tropics completely? What?
And what?
Dixie says we can't disappoint her with our rating on F-Zero. I'm gonna give it a
Star Tropics was
negative
1990, so that's the next year.
I see.
No, that's the year we just did. No. No, we did in fact miss Star Tropics, I guess. Weird. What do you give Racist Zelda?
We have a friend that's like 5
Very
years older
into
than us,
Star Tropics.
who's very upset that we're too young to have played it. and insists that what's his name, Mike Jones, should have been in Smash Brothers. We're not talking about Justin, by the way, which might surprising as it sounds.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen Justin mention Star Tropics. I assume he likes Star Tropics, but I've never seen him
I
talk
haven't
about
either.
it.
It's just the kind of thing that Justin would do.
All right, well, have y'all ever seen Star Tropics?
I think at some point I have.
All right, get ready for your game that is definitely held up.
This is Zelda 2. I'm looking at Zelda 2.
Hello, sir. That's just Burt Reynolds.
Uh-huh. Love me some racism.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the gameplay.
Ah. I see.
You go
video
screen
game
by
that has
screen.
definitely held up.
Yep.
Should be in Smash.
Yeah, sorry for forgetting
I'm
this
sorry,
masterpiece.
Is Mike Jones just a dude?
Yes. He's a dude who goes to an island and basically starts colonizing it. And also that island is full of racist caricatures. That's Star Tropics, genuinely.
You know, we did lose racist caricatures with Mr. Game & Watch in the patch, so that is a market waiting to be filled by Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's how I'd refer to it. Definitely an underserved market. This doesn't look very good. This, you know what this looks like? You know what it reminds me of? And it would this would be later, so like I guess it's more that would remind me of Star Tropics. It looks like the fucking browser RPGs that CartoonNetwork.com used to have.
How the fuck am I also missing Star Tropics 2? I've literally had people rank them before. How the fuck did they vanish from my list? This is making me worry about a lot of things. But I'm gonna add Star Tropics 2 while I'm at it. Carry on.
This looks like a 5 at most.
I was gonna say 4.
4 might sound a bit more right. I don't know. It sure looks like a video game.
I don't like the cut of its jib.
Alright, 4. Great. Alright, back to F-Zero.
I don't think I've ever actually played the F-Zero NES game, even though I believe it's
Super Nintendo?
It's on MS though, isn't it? Or Super Nintendo, yeah.
You know what?
It's
Let me
on
load
MS
that
though,
up right now.
Yeah, I believe it's on. MS
Yeah, it's super on NSO. This was the Mode 7 or one of the Mode 7 launch titles.
Speaking of, I'm sure I do not need to explain this to you, Seren, but I very recently learned like what Mode 7 means.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually like kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Which, like I said, I don't need to explain it to you, I'm sure. But to anyone else that doesn't know, the Super Nintendo had several different graphical modes that influenced the color palettes and the general like sprite size and shaping that could be done on screen at any given time, which I specifically believe was with regards to the background.
Yep.
And how it was tiled.
How it was tiled and how you can rotate it.
Yeah, and so like there were literally 7 different modes. Mode 1, 2, 3, 4, which all had varying amounts of color palettes. I'm stalling while I'm loading up the game. They had varying amounts of color palettes and size and shape and all that. And so Mode 7 was the one where you were only allowed a single tile for the background, but you could do whatever you wanted with it.
The F-Zero is cool. I'd
give
it an 8.
And actually, Joe, this is where I have to apologize for something I said incorrect on Smasterpieces several years ago.
Oh boy.
Super Mario World does use Mode 7.
Oh yeah, Extremely uses Mode 7. What? You never said that it did? Yeah, no, it's Super.
How the fuck do you remember you said that? I don't remember things I said on the last episode of Fire Emblem.
Joe, Joe, a thing about me is that I listen to my own stuff
that's
and
true.
watch my own stuff fairly often because I try to get, I try to be a viewer of my own stuff so that I can get a feel for what I think's working and what I think I could do better. So I've listened to that episode recently and been like, oh fuck, I was really wrong. Because at the time, I thought Mode 7 was just, it's on the ground and it rotates. And that's not true at all.
No.
Like, Bowser's sprite in the final boss for Super Mario World is a background layer sprite that is being manipulated by Mode 7. Which is cool as shit.
Yeah. But yeah, no, as far as single-player racing tech demos go, this is really good.
Yeah, okay. I'm starting a race now. Whoops, I was not holding the accelerator button.
Yeah, I mean, Super Mario Kart started because they wanted to add split screen to F-Zero, multiplayer to F-Zero, and realized they couldn't.
I never knew that F-Zero predated Super Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, no, this is literally a launch title. The 3 launch titles, there were 4 launch titles for the Super Nintendo: F-Zero, Super Mario World, Pilot Wings, and SimCity. What a fucking amazing lineup.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I've never been super into the SNES version of F-Zero. With, as you can probably tell from having to pull it up just to remember what it feels like. But this is unbelievably impressive for day 1 Super Nintendo before Mario Kart. I'm gonna give this an 8. It's a little lacking in content.
Hell yeah!
The content that's there is wild.
This is a distressing number of 8s. Okay. I'm not gonna pull up footage. Is Super Mario World a 10 in both of your eyes?
10.
Yeah.
Great. Next. Pilot Wings!
This is also one I've never personally played.
Well, it's also on NSO, yeah.
I keep
All
wanting
right.
to pull it up, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Pilot Wings.
Oh yeah, no, this game only exists to show off Mode 7. This got greenlit when they made the Super Nintendo hardware, and they said, oh, I bet you could land a plane like this. That's it.
Yeah, flight sim, pretty cool. Little basic. How extensive is it with like challenges and stuff? Because I played Pilot Wings Resort, and I remember that one having a lot of missions and stuff.
Oh no.
Ah,
This, okay, Pilot Wings Resort is, very, very different. No, I mean,
It did give us this really good song, though, that is in Smash.
it's in Smash
two
3
different
times.
varieties. Is
Uh,
it in Smash 3 times?
yeah, there's
I know
2.
there's the vocal version and the non-vocal version.
Those were in Wii U, and then I think there was an Ultimate remix also.
I forgot to extend my landing gear.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Oh yeah, you wanna do that, so otherwise you don't land, you crash.
Yeah, so for what it's worth, this playthrough,
Skydiving?
this playthrough is 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also has like jetpack, like it has a lot of different flying challenges.
It gets a 7 for Mode 7. It
I
seems
think a
very
7
cool,
sounds
but
about
it's
right.
very, very light on content. So
Yeah.
Also
Definitely
feels like a
very
game
technical.
that, and obviously this was the case, that will do better when 3D exists for real.
Yes.
it did eventually.
Exactly.
All right. So here's a question. While I'm booting up SimCity, and I'm just going to leave this on while you look at this because it is just a port of SimCity for the PC, except it has some Nintendo stuff in it. Best all-time console pack-in title: Tetris
This
Game
is a
Boy.
pack-in?
No, Tetris Game Boy, Super Mario World, Super Nintendo, Wii Sports Wii.
Ooh. Are we talking most successful capitalism or like
General.
the best game?
However you want to interpret it. For example, you might say like the best show of the game's features, or the thing like the must-have title that sells the system.
I say Mario World.
I mean, yeah, Mario World was absolutely mind-blowing at the time, which is why,
Yeah.
like, to be clear, in Japan, None of those were pack-ins.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
No, Nintendo of America had to fight for all 3 to be pack-ins. Like, to be clear, just for people in the chat to remember, Wii Sports was not even a pack-in in Japan. That had a full retail release at full price.
Yeah, in Reggie's book, which I don't recommend because he's a fucking businessman. It's so fucking frustrating listening to him talk. In his book, he talks about him arguing to get Wii Sports to be a pack-in, and Iwata just looks him dead in the eye and says, "We do not give away games for free."
Yeah, someone should I'm sure already did, remind him of the history of fucking NOA console bundles.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, this is a really hard game to show through footage. But yes, you can build full and complicated cities, and it is a full-ass version of SimCity.
So this is like a full uncompromised port?
With new content, yes.
God damn. I'm gonna say 9.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The only thing I knew about the NES SimCity is that...
Super Nintendo.
Or, fuck, why do I keep saying NES? SNES SimCity is that Mr. Right is an assist trophy. That's literally the only thing I know. And he's a bad assist trophy.
He is a bad assist trophy. But yeah, no, this is a full, complete, uncompromised version of SimCity, which was enormous on PCs at the time. This is, like, not a super belated port. And it's a launch game.
Yeah, I'd say 9 works. 9 sounds right.
Alright, there's only one other Super Nintendo game that was published this year, and it was not a launch title. Matt, get ready.
Oh, it's on NSO.
Get ready for that Mode 7 intro.
Oh, hell yeah!
They always felt the need to... Look at this shit. You are the ball.
Oh!
Get motion sick.
Yeah, no, thanks. All good. Thank you for the offer, but I'm good.
Does this video show off the Bowser attack? I think that is someone playing seriously, but no, you can... in the SimCity SNES port, you can... One of the ways that you can destroy your entire city is have Bowser come in and burn it all down.
I think I knew that. I think. POV, you are the ball. Oh,
Alright.
Oh, God.
Look at these names. My favorite is Suzuki. Cysuki. Brian versus Chip.
There's so many playable characters in this. How do I decide?
Hey, it's tennis, but it's a really good version of tennis. Like, I don't want to sell it short. This is a really fast and responsive and good-looking version of tennis.
And honestly, you can tell just from watching it that it is better than the NES one.
Oh, yeah. But it is also a tennis game, which is hard to rate.
It is very hard to rate tennis games. This is a good tennis game, though.
Yes. Also, reminder that, like, the thing about... So this is the thing that I highly doubt. What year, for both of you, like, what generation did the two of you start becoming aware of the prices of games? Not what games are out, but, like, how much games cost.
I would not have until I had to start buying my own games.
That would have been the Wii era for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
this is
Wii and DS.
Specifically because of people comparing the price of Wii games to the price of PS3 and Xbox 360 games.
Gotcha.
Also, even
At the time, I had no concept of what a DS game cost.
And for me, before that, we rarely bought games in my house. We rented them from Blockbuster.
Great. So, on the Super Nintendo, and the NES, and the Game Boy, so like all the titles that we're going through, the prices, there was not like a Super Nintendo games cost this much. It was 8 megabit Super Nintendo games cost this much. 4 megabit Super Nintendo games tend to cost this much. But also, if your game was really good, the publisher might jack the price up. So really, really good, really big games like Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG might retail at $80 in 90s money. which is like
I don't like the
$130.
inflation.
It's like $120, $130 now. I'm just
No,
saying.
thanks. I don't got that money.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't
saying.
got that money now that I'm a working adult.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, video games were really expensive back then. So this is just something to keep in mind as you think about like the prices, like all of these games. Like I know, like on NWR does not take like price into consideration with reviews. It might just be worth remembering that, like, for example, if a game is like a mediocre baseball game, that's also a mediocre baseball game that's the same price as a Mario game. Because games were fucking expensive. Which is also why, like, when people now are, like, so livid about, like, this indie game costs $25 and not $15, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, video games back in my day, I'm like, bitch, back in my day, adjusted for inflation, you're looking at like $130 for a JRPG. So it better last you a long time.
My favorite thing is, like, you know, like the famous meme, like of like never pay more than $20 for a computer game.
Yes, from Monkey Island.
Monkey Island.
Yeah, there is a website that is just that picture, but like it adjusts for inflation in real time.
Yes.
And it's up to $45.
Beautiful. I'd give it an 8. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
It
Matt?
looks like a serviceable tennis game.
A serviceable?
It is very difficult.
It looks like a service game. I don't know what that means. I just know it's a tennis term. I watched Prince of Tennis, but I don't know the actual rules of tennis.
What the fuck do you mean? We've played Mario Tennis on stream like 3 times.
You should go ask Ryoma.
Every time I do, he just uses his twist serve, and I have to leave.
Matt, I need a score for Super Tennis.
Feels like a 7.
Did you enjoy being the ball in the intro?
That was pretty cool.
Fuck no. That made me sick. Side note, the fact that there is not a fucking Prince of Tennis game that plays either like this or like a Mario Tennis game is a fucking travesty. They're all dating sims. Fuck you.
Alright, you're gonna love this next one. Joe, I know you see it. Matt, I want you to guess what the next game is going to be. Just wild guess. Nintendo 1991.
Oh, God. I don't even...
You don't have the stream up, right?
No, not right now.
Good.
Can I look at the NSO app and try to figure it out from there?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Joe, I want you to mute yourself while this happens so you don't give it away.
Oh god. Oh god.
The next thing on the NSO app is Link to the Past, but I feel like you wouldn't be asking me if it was that.
Link to the Past did not come out in 1991.
No, I have no idea.
We're done with Super Nintendo games.
I have no idea. Oh no, wait. Is this Kirby's Adventure?
Nope.
Because I know Kirby's Adventure released for NES after the SNES came out.
It did.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
No!
This is Mario the Juggler. It's Ball.
It sure
it's
is.
not ball. Only one of those things is a ball. Checkmate.
They made Ball in 1991, a year after the Game Boy. Also, real quick, look at Mario's arm.
Oh!
That's not how an arm's supposed. Mario, you need to go to a doctor immediately.
Graphics like this on Game & Watch are not remotely impressive because it's literally just art printed on the plastic.
Yep.
You gave Ball, for reference, a 4 when it released 11 years or so prior.
This is a 2.
Joe, that is the same score you gave Ball.
Oh, then it's a 1.
Matt gave it a 4. You gave it a 2 back then. Here is Advanced Mario the Juggler. Again, they made Ball. Congratulations to everyone involved. What is this every Game & Watch game ever in 4K Ultra HD 60 FPS?
Oh no. Show me AI interpolated Game & Watch.
I need to know. We're going to Octopus.
This doesn't look like AI interpolation.
No, this looks like MAME. Alright. Alright, that's it for Game & Watch for a while.
I hate that you said for a while.
Oh!
Forever.
Dude! They released Game & Watches 2 years ago. Like...
Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah, true.
No, that was
Those
a
were,
novelty, vintage
things.
thing.
Yes. Is it a Nintendo game that they released?
It's a different context, I would say. It's not, here's a new Game & Watch. It's, here's a novelty retro product.
Yeah, when is the next time we're gonna get a Game & Watch? Yeah, it might be a while. Yeah, it's a while. It's a long while. Don't worry. This is a ranking of every Nintendo game, Matt. It has a watch. It's true.
A lot of them have a watch.
Alright. Radar mission. For the Game Boy. Do you know what this game is before I hit enter and show you the search results?
I mean, not by memory, but I
Fuck
can
yeah.
intuit what it probably is.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah,
Oh,
fuck
it's
yeah.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Hey,
It's Battleship.
you like
No,
single-player
it's
Battleship?
Radar Mission. Battleship is owned by a different
Yeah, it's owned by
company.
Milton Bradley.
How is this legal? This is
Because it's
literally
not called
just,
Battleship.
It's not called Battleship.
it's the same exact game.
Yeah, but it's not called Battleship.
It's exactly the same.
But it's not called Battleship. This is a different
Fair
thing.
use
It's Radar
can
Mission.
only go so far.
Someone's using
I
the
don't know
NWR Twitch to tell you to get back to work.
I don't know who that is. Usually the NWR account is Joe.
Yeah, it's not me this time.
That's
I'm gonna
probably Alex.
assume It's Xander. That's my guess.
No, Xander's usually logged in on his account.
I don't know who else it would be then. I don't think it's Alex. Alex. has
What
been
if I
talking to
told
the
you
chat.
that this was Battleship with no multiplayer and the AI cheats?
See, it's not Battleship, man. When you play real Battleship, it's multiplayer and the other person cheats.
I think it's even the same ships.
Yes.
That's how is that legal?
Because it's Radar Mission, not Battleship.
It's Radar Mission, not Battleship. You can't
Is that how
copyright
copyright
gameplay
works?
mechanics.
But you can copyright the same rulebook word for word?
What rulebook? It's not plagiarizing anything.
Yeah, they made everything itself. They made Radar Mission, not Battleship. Nobody says you sank my Battleship.
They never fucking tried to advertise this as Battleship. They advertised
Oh.
it as a strategy game where you put your ships on a grid with letters and numbers, and you try and find the other ships that the computer has placed.
Nintendo can shut down any event they want for a game they have not monetized in 2 decades.
Yes.
But this is fine.
Yes.
This is the law doing its fair and just work.
That is in fact the correct read on the U.S. copyright system. That is how it works. Exploding. I need a score for Radar Mission.
3, I think.
This is on the 3DS eShop also.
Oh,
Of course it is.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 3. I think that sounds fine.
Okay.
But it's not Battleship.
Oh, of course it's not Battleship. Alright, this is Super RC Pro-Am. You'd think that would be for the Super Nintendo, but you're wrong, motherfuckers. It's for the Game Boy. Fuck you, it's for the Game Boy.
I respect it.
Isn't this also on?
No, there's no Game Boy games
not?
on
Ah, damn.
Rare
I know
Replay.
there's another RC Pro-Am on Rare Replay.
Yeah, that's RC Pro-Am too.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I could also be tracking the number of RC Pro-Am games, but they suddenly stop around the GameCube era, and I don't know why.
This sure is RC Pro-Am. I'll call it a 5.
It is very impressive that they got RC Pro-Am to work on the Game Boy.
Too bad it looks like
They were so concerned with whether they could, they never stopped to think if they should.
Yeah, that's how you can describe most games that came out on the Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. As far
Also,
as I'm
most
aware.
games made by Rare.
Joe, I need a score.
3. This looks terrible.
Do you need footage of Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters?
No,
Oh,
we
that
played it
game's
for
an 8.
Smash Pieces.
Matt gives it an 8. Oh,
That's
not
an
an 80.
That game rocks.
Joe, what are you giving Myths of Monsters?
I'll give it a 7. I didn't like it, but it's certainly fucking better than the original game.
All right,
By a long shot.
the last
I
game.
cannot believe no one has played Myths and Monsters. It's not acknowledged in Smash Brothers. That game rules.
It was
only came out in
acknowledged a
America,
lot
it's
in
not real.
Brawl.
Yeah, but Brawl's not real.
Okay.
Oh, this is a tough one for me.
Hmm.
Very important that we show it with the actual fucking what it would look like on the screen
Yeah.
with no light. Samus is really big on that screen.
I have played all 3 versions of this game. This
There
one
are 2.
There are you sure if you say so. I've played all 3 of them, and all of them suffer from. God, you have to fight 50 fucking Metroids.
I don't know. This person only has to fight 39.
Oh no, the number once you kill the last one, 10 more get born.
Oh hell yeah! I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I will say this, just in case anyone's worried that I'm this biased. Oh, fans always do it better kind of guy. AM2R adds 10 more fights. So AM2R took the bad part of this game and made it worse. This one also has a problem with like bad backtracking. Like, yeah, Metroid has backtracking, what an original thought. But this one has backtracking in the sense that you will get to the end of a long linear corridor, and then you just have to turn around.
Yep.
And like that's a substantial chunk of this game. So like in many respects, this game is impressive. It's cool that they made this game in the way that they did on the Game Boy, but I don't enjoy playing it. I'll even it out to a 5.
Joe.
I'm gonna trust Matt with a 5. I've never played this one. I've never played the original Metroid. Super Metroid and Fusion and Dread are the only ones I have played.
Okay. Well, Joe has gotten higher than his 1989, which is not what, again, not higher than Matt, but Joe's score is higher than his 1989 one, whereas Matt's 6.75 average for 1989 will likely never be topped. That was 1991, the launch of the Super Nintendo. Are you ready for 1992, the first full year?
Yeah. Mystery NWR Man gives Metroid 2 a 4, so we know it's not Justin.
Great. All right. Get ready for the NES game we've all been waiting for.
Is this the bad one? I always get the bad Yoshi game confused with a good Yoshi game.
They're both bad.
Oh, this does look bad. Oh, yeah, this is the bad one.
They're both bad, but this one's worse.
Oh no. No, thank you. I'm good. Thank you for the offer, though.
They were like, oh shit, Yoshi's popular. We gotta do something with Yoshi for people who haven't bought a Super Nintendo yet. And this is what they put out. Yeah, this is made by Game Freak.
That's okay. They usually don't make
couldn't
good
tell
games.
'cause it was done.
Hey! No, this is not done. I would not argue that. They forgot to make the video game.
Oh. This is like a 3. This looks terrible. Fuck this.
Matt?
Kind of want to give it a 1.
Great, 1. Zelda: Link to the Past.
I mean, can you give it any? Here's the thing. It's gonna be controversial. I'd give it a 9, not a 10.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
I think it does. I think it does some things that were not good at the time, but it is largely
The fucking golden arrows bullshit, or the silver arrows, whatever the hell they are.
Not to mention just like the fire and ice rods for the one boss. Like there's some bullshit in that game, but mostly good.
Have either of you ever used Mario Paint? You're probably
Nope.
Yeah, you're probably both too young for this. This is again, this literally shipped with a mouse, and this for the target audience in 1992. This is the first time a whole hell of a lot of people got to use a computer mouse and digital art programs. This was designed so that mothers would buy the Super Nintendo for their children and not feel bad about it.
I gotta grade this on its own terms, I think.
I think there's a lot of cool shit in, like, for the time in Mario Paint, but also it's basically
You can make
just-
animations.
I know that song.
But that is true. You could make animation. You could also make music in Mario Paint, to be fair.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those YouTube videos. Yeah, I gotta grade this on its own terms. It is it's a cool piece of software. That can do a lot of things that a lot of people had probably never done before at the time.
Oh yeah.
And it is effectively a children's toy, but children's toys can be very good, like Pokemon Channel. So
Nope.
so I'm gonna give this.
I see you trying to slip that in nice and early. Nope.
This is what I deal with every day, Seren.
I'm
host
gonna
a
give
podcast with
this.
this motherfucker. He wanted Pichu's game to be Pokemon Channel.
Of course you did.
I'm gonna give this a 9.
Joe.
I think a 9 sounds about right. I think that sounds fine. It's a neat piece of novelty software.
What a fucking year this is for the Super Nintendo, by the way. By the way, there are only 4 Super Nintendo games that Nintendo put out this year. They were Link to the Past, Mario Paint, Super Mario Kart, and Super Soccer. What a fucking year.
That is a fucking year, yeah. Okay, I gotta put my biases aside for this one too. Because, like, I do not like this game in a world where I've played every Mario Kart that
Oh,
comes
I mean,
after
of
this.
course.
But, I mean, most Mario Karts didn't exist yet when this one came out. So,
One would say about 13 of them didn't exist yet.
yeah. So, I gotta say... Mr. MWR Man says a 9.
No, that's not what Mr. NWR says.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, a 10. I was thinking in my head, am I giving this a 9 or a 10? That's why I thought that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 10. Am I giving? It's definitely not lower than a 9. 9 is the floor for this one. Sure, I'll go 10.
Joe.
I can't give it a 10. I can't give it a 10, so I'm gonna have to go a 9. I hate playing this game. I don't like it.
Super Soccer. Hey, guess what? This looks like a real fucking video game.
This does look like a real video game. Got some
Music's pretty
motherfucking
cool.
Mode 7 too.
I like the Game Boy ads in the back.
That's funny.
Give this a 9. This looks neat. It's still soccer though, and as an American, I'm not allowed to like it.
So you said 9?
Yeah, I'll give it a 9.
I don't know how. I can't feel how it plays.
Isn't it on NSO?
Is it?
I would be surprised if it isn't.
Is it?
It's a Nintendo first-party sports game.
Yeah, there it is. Super Soccer. Yeah,
NSO is
look at this.
littered
Okay.
with those.
Single game. 1P versus Calm. Oh,
Maybe
there's
the
a
score for
lot
Super
of
Mario Kart is an 8.
teams I can play as.
Which one's the soccer team?
I'll go with Japan. I watched a couple episodes of Blue Lock.
Isn't it supposed to be Inazuma 11 now? Isn't that the soccer anime now?
You are about
but-
6 years out of date.
Ah,
Yeah,
damn
like
it.
literally the
What's the
currently
soccer-
airing
what's-
soccer anime is Blue Lock.
Oh, I see.
The concept of Blue Lock. Yeah, I'm once again stalling as I'm playing the game.
Look,
The
you say-
concept of Blue Lock is it's Danganronpa but soccer. Where they like the Federation of Japanese Soccer Players or whatever the fuck they call it is upset that Japan has never won a World Cup. So some dude says that the only solution to this is to take 500 soccer players, lock them in a building, and make them compete to be the best one. And that's how they're going to win the World Cup.
Look, my brain can't process things because I'm like suddenly really tired. But you said Blue Lock, and all my brain was like, oh, Blue Box. That one's not about soccer, but
I'll give this an 8.
sports.
All right, we're done with Super Nintendo for this year. Back to the Game Boy hell. Get ready.
Oh my god, there's a Game
Yeah!
Boy version of Yoshi.
Yeah, they came out the same fucking day.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you did not just ask if there was a Game Boy version of Yoshi on the platform that had Tetris as its best-selling game. Of course they put it on the Tetris machine.
I just figured they'd know better.
Why?
Also, Game Freak's
That's
gotta
a good
convince Nintendo to give them Game Boy dev kits.
Are you telling me that without Yoshi there would not be Pokemon?
Maybe.
You don't know. That's not the case. I'm gonna go ahead and just downgrade it 1. It's a 2. This is a 2.
I think I already gave it a 1.
You
didn't
already
I?
gave it a 1.
Sure did.
Can't go any lower.
Alright, it's a 1 for you as well. Alright. Kirby's Dream Land. Fuck yeah, full playthrough 20 minutes.
I'll say 7. I respect this game a lot, but I in a lot
Kirby
of ways,
franchise started at Kirby's Adventure.
yeah, it doesn't.
I'd say 7 fits fine.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it doesn't have the Kirby thing, and I think without the Kirby thing, it's kind of bland.
Alright. Not DX. We're not at Game Boy Color. There it is.
Oh, mysterious NWR man is Alex.
Oh. I see.
He just said Wario always wins. The music in this is also pretty damn good.
What did you say, Joe?
Actually, I never played this one.
Oh, it's a lot better. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. But I've never played.
Wish that he didn't have a turban with a feather in it.
I'm gonna
we
say
can
I'm gonna
wish a
say
lot of things.
I'm gonna say 9.
Yeah, 9 sounds fine. I mean, it introduced Wario. He's here now.
The original has a day one factor to its score that this one doesn't have. But I mean, this was pretty fucking good. So
Definitely. 93. Get ready for some NES games. We got 3 of them. Almost as many NES games this year as there were Super Nintendo games the last year.
Kirby's Adventure has to show up at some point.
Get ready for some fucking Yoshi's Cookie.
I think I've never played Yoshi's Cookie.
This is the one that people allegedly like, and I feel like they're all gaslighting me.
I have heard people say that.
You're all fucking gaslighting me, and you all played the wrong game. Tell me to my fuck. Where's Yoshi? He made the cookies. Pay no attention to Chef Mario.
Is it like a Ratatouille situation? Is Yoshi under the hat?
Sure, whatever you need to hear.
It's just a fucking match 3 game. Except it's matched many more than 3, but like it's just a fucking match 3 game.
Yes. Except you're trying to match certain, I guess, quantities of... It's... Fuck this game. I need a number.
5. I ain't got nothing more than that.
Yeah, I'll go 5. I don't know. I don't feel anything right now.
People tell me this one is good. All I believe is that it's better than Yoshi. Alright, here's Kirby's Adventure.
First you draw a circle.
To some extent, I need to be a little harsh on this for the ridiculously bad frame rate at points.
This game runs like shit.
Oh yeah, this is way too ambitious.
But, like, still pretty damn good.
Yeah, but also it's fucking Kirby's Adventure. So, like, I personally need to give this a 9. It loses for the performance, because it is, like, when we played it for Smash Pieces, I had fucking forgotten how bad this game ran. Like, it runs shockingly badly. I love you, Kirby. You're my best friend.
Matt, did you give a score?
8.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. Alright, motherfuckers. Time for Tetris 2.
Tetris is so good, why didn't they make a Tetris 2?
They made a sequel. They in fact made a sequel to Tetris. Incrementing the count. By the way, don't go expecting held pieces. They don't do that for a lot of years. Look at this bullshit.
This looks... So
Look,
it turns out...
Look at this bullshit!
It turns out the reason we don't change Tetris... is, what the fuck just happened? What?
It's Dr. Mario.
Oh, God.
It's objective based.
I'll say...
This is literally Dr. Mario.
You. This is a 3. Fuck you. How dare
not
you?
A 3,
This is
but
insulting.
It's a 6. I'll give him credit for trying.
I want...
Trying what?
I don't... 5.
No, answer the question. Trying what?
Alright.
Trying my patience.
Correct.
Alright. Star Fox. He's not in the chat.
Oh, you can never say that
we know
safely.
we know it's not John because we would be yelled at this exact moment. Hold on, I can summon John. Star Fox is a -4. I. It sure is a game that they made at one point. And then they made a better version of that game. And then they didn't stop making that game over and over again for the next decade.
Yeah. I mean, it is impressive.
Yeah, I too love video games that run at 8 frames per second. Target.
I mean, yeah, we just talked about. For a second, I like reflexively almost went to thank whoever subbed to the fudge.
We haven't used that sound clip hasn't happened in a while.
I know, and it's still there. It's still in my mind.
I'm gonna say 7.
I'm gonna say 6. I think it looks ugly, and there's a better version of it later.
It's real 3D. That's cool.
Sure, it is.
It's a little fucky.
There are a lot of games that are real 3D,
A lot of them are coming out on competing platforms.
and most of them aren't good.
They made it echoey underground, and they fucked up the physics in all of the games.
But they also made a slightly better version of Mario 2 USA.
They did. So truly, who can say? Some say that drunk driving kills a number of people every year, but it also helps many people get to work on time. So truly, who can say?
It's a very nuanced argument.
We are all too online.
Oh God.
Hey,
I
it
think I'd agree with
it
this.
did
I'd
introduce
agree with-
y'all to the worst Mario game.
That's true.
The worst,
Oh, God.
the worst like NES era Mario game. There are worse Mario games. I want to be very clear.
I still haven't actually played Lost Levels. I should do that someday.
Sunshine is
good.
worse. Dude, this is a game that actively hates you. Watch this shit. Okay, watch this.
Oh my God.
How would you know? Other than dying once. How would you know where that lets you off? Other than dying a couple times. Watch this bullshit. By the way, this is 2-1. This is World 2 where it's doing this shit. This game has, but like the warp zones that take you backwards.
That pairs really well with the Miyamoto quote, where he's like, yeah, so I design what I feel like should be 1-1, and then I make
Or
that
2-1.
2-1, and then
Oh, yeah.
go backwards
Yes.
and make something easier. That pairs really well with this.
Yeah, no, this game exists because people beat Mario 1 too fast. And then Nintendo... Also, yeah, this is impossible if you don't know there's a hidden block there.
I love video games.
Also, if you've scrolled too far and you don't have that warp block, it can be, as Small Mario, impossible to make that jump. Fuck you.
I love video games.
No, Nintendo of America looked at this and they literally said, I could never imagine why Miyamoto was so cruel when making this, as describing why they did not release this shit. Yeah, 1-1 in this game introduces a mushroom that kills you when you touch it.
I kind of respect that.
That's 1-1 of teaching you, nah, this game hates you. This game...
I respect a game.
That's the word I'd use.
I respect a game that hates you. It knows what it's about.
Yeah, but...
But is it successful at hating you? I think it is.
Yeah. No, it sets out to it, but no, this is the first time that existed in the West.
I'm gonna call the All-Stars package. Okay, quick question: Are we going
Flaming hot Cheetos of Mario.
Are we going to later on be rating when they took the All-Stars
Yes!
and printed it on a disc?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
that's a different
Absolutely we
release.
are!
That is a second.
Okay.
That is a separate release.
Okay, thank God. Okay, All-Stars. I'm gonna say All-Stars is a 7.
I'd give it a 6.
I too love fucking up the physics in the most beloved games of all time.
It's called New Game Plus.
It ain't New Game Plus
need to
when
play
you can't.
more New Game Pluses.
Oh, we're doing Vegas stakes
less.
now. You know, Vegas stakes.
All right, that one. What?
Thank you, Nintendo. I love a $1 bill.
Yeah.
It tells me that you're playing with a lot of money.
When I go to Vegas, I only bet $1.
Okay, which one are you doing? Vegas Adventure or multi-dash player? Choose your gender.
Oh, yes. The two genders.
This, or continue. Continues there too.
That is the third gender.
What the fuck, dude? No, sir. No. What are these character portraits? There's a third person in the fucking car.
Yeah, it's a two-door.
What's happening? Which should you play first, lady? I don't know. Oh, well, there's Rick Astley. That's a fourth person.
Who was that fifth person?
There was a fifth. I looked away for 2 seconds. There was a fifth person?
Yes!
How many seats does this fucking car have?
2.
It's just.
It's a two-door, at least. Wait, are they gonna say it here? Damn. The best part of this game is that there's incredibly compressed audio that just goes, Vegas stakes.
For some reason, my first thought for a second there was that this was a marriage contract. Because, you know.
I'm sorry,
Vegas.
who is this person? Thank you, Nintendo Complete, for putting your name in as colostomy with a dollar sign for the S.
Jesus Christ. How about Richard?
I'm glad Rick Astley is named Richard.
Anyways, this is what it is. Here's roulette, but no payout. Here's 7-card stud. Here's craps. Here's blackjack. Roulette. Blackjack again. 7-card stud again. Trying to get to slots, which they promised were in this game, because video game slots is always the most impossible thing for me to understand.
There's too much lore in this.
You've won $5,000.
Ugh.
So what score are we giving to Vegas stakes, boys?
4.
Sure, let's go with 4. Why not?
Remember,
Sure
that
is.
game is as expensive as other Super Nintendo games. That's like, you could get that, or you get Super Castlevania 4.
I mean, that
Pull-
seems like a pretty...
I mean, pull the
easy
game out of my
decision to
ass. But... Alright, here is NHL Stanley Cup.
We have mode 7, and by God, we're gonna use it.
We have mode 7, and by God, there is a minimum threshold.
The audio experience is miserable.
Yeah, this is not fun to listen to.
What is this gonna be on OSC?
I'll get back to you on that.
It is a first-party Nintendo game. It should probably be taken seriously.
Please, oh Christ!
Can I have this and kicks on my episode if I guess? Just make you listen to all the worst shit we've listened to.
Luckily for me, we've had one guest ever in 207 episodes, and it was Matt.
Great.
And after that episode, Peter was like, "No, we can't do guests for this show."
It sounds like GameCube controllers at a Melee tourney.
Oh my God! It sounds like fight sticks at a fighting game tournament.
I need a score.
There's so much clicking.
Welcome to hockey. I need a score.
This is 5. I can't listen to it.
Yeah, it looks like a decent hockey game, but I want to die.
Unrelated to the hockey game, but
I feel my cells dividing.
Matt, so that's a 5. Great.
Yeah.
All right, we're done with the Super Nintendo. Get ready for some good tunes again. We're going to Game Boy.
oh, finally! Thank God. Here we go.
What is that sprite of Mario doing?
Holding
Holding a stick. Slay. Slay, Queen.
Is this
Slay Mario.
Panic.
I'm getting like some kind of reaction from the song. Not the song's playing right now, the regular. Yeah, this one. Oh, this is public domain classical music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course it is.
What did I give Yoshi's Cookie? I can't see on the stream.
You both gave it a 5.
This is a 3.
Oh yeah, sorry, you can't see it on the stream. Let me bump that for you. There you go.
I'm gonna say 4. Give me a second.
Zelda Link's Awakening. Not DX, no color.
Starts really strong. Does not stay strong. Still very impressive as a Game Boy game, though.
Very
Yeah?
ambitious.
Honestly,
I'm
I
gonna
still
say-
kind of like Link's Awakening. I think it's good overall. It's not the best Zelda game, but I like
It's
it.
got a really rough back half, I think. I'm gonna say 7.
I'll give it an 8.
The mandatory fetch quest is a bit much.
Get ready for our first fucking spin-off. Hang on, I'm making another counter. We're going to paste, and we're gonna rename this to, we're gonna say, all right. And we're actually gonna bump that down to 1 because it's our first one. I've created a new counter for Kirby spin-offs.
Are you sure there's
Oh,
room
no.
on the screen for the number that's going to end up with?
Yes, I can adjust in real time. Here is Kirby's Pinball Land for the Game Boy.
Why was I not aware this existed?
I have no idea. What do you mean you didn't know this existed? Weird.
I've never heard of this game. I'm not surprised it exists, but I've never heard of this game.
Yeah, what do you think about Blurry Pinball? That has, like, after-image ghosting because it's the Game Boy. And it runs at a pretty bad frame rate.
Seems to be Kirby's signature move for a little while. We think it's the copy ability, but it's actually...
I've lost the ability to process pinball, I think.
I'll give it a 5. It's now it's fucking breakout. All right. Yeah, kill that Waddle Dee. Murder him.
Matt, the sooner you give me a
5.
score, the sooner we're done. All right. Get ready.
Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Finally. Hello?
You there?
I think his mic might have cut out.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Matt was having audio issues before.
He didn't drop you from the call. So,
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I can't hear the Discord call at all.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can definitely hear you. Don't worry. I know saying that helps a lot in this current situation.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you.
Oh! You were doubled there.
Well-
It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Alright, we're doing Tetris 2. They made a sequel to Tetris, y'all.
We already had a sequel to Tetris. Is this the
Huh?
same?
What are you
Oh my
talking
god,
about?
it's the same.
What, you thought they were gonna make a sequel to Tetris and not put it on the fucking Game Boy? The Tetris machine?
I'm gonna stick with what I had before, and I don't think this is any worse or better than.
It doesn't
the
have color,
SNES
but
version.
that doesn't... That, you know, this is going...
Color didn't do the SNES version any favors.
I mean,
so-
it's color-based this time, because it's Dr. Mario. So this
Oh,
is...
that's true.
I just couldn't find one that had the green filter on this. Is the problem. But remember, this is
4.
going to have the same Dr. Mario visual thing.
I say 4.
Okay.
Stick with a 3, yeah.
Alright, that's 1993. We're just running through this era. 1994.
Seren Xander has asked that I tell you he says hello.
Oh. Hello, Xander. Okay. Back to the NES, motherfuckers.
Why does Nintendo suddenly start publishing Mega Man at 6?
Because Capcom refused to publish it. Because the Super Nintendo came out 3 years prior.
Oh, right, yeah.
So why did they make it?
The NES made money.
Because the Famicom made a lot of money, and this was released a lot earlier on the Famicom than it was on the NES.
No.
I've never played Mega Man 6.
Yeah, how is this one regarded?
I don't think I've played past 3.
It's not the best, but it's certainly not the worst Mega Man on NES. Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's Mega Man 1.
yes. If I were to rank the 6 Mega Man games on the NES, this would be in 3rd place, behind
Okay.
2 and 3, and then it would go 6, 4, 5, 1, probably.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I mean, Mega Man's fucking cool. He has a few bad games, but I know very little about Mega Man 6.
I mean, this is 3 years after a lot of parents sold their kids NESs to get a Super Nintendo. And Super Nintendo does not play NES games.
Sure doesn't.
So it's very funny that Nintendo's publishing, like, a real deal fucking good game.
Are the Wii and the Wii U really the only 2 backwards compatible consoles Nintendo has ever made?
Not counting handhelds, yes.
Not counting handhelds, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Game Boy,
100%.
the Game Boys have all been we're all able to play all of them.
100%.
That's fucking.
They did not do backwards compatibility, which is why when people were like, surely the Switch will be backwards compatible, I'm like,
I don't
mean,
know why people fucking thought
in-
that.
you're making a
In
lot of
fairness,
assumptions.
In fairness, we had 2 consecutive backwards compatible consoles.
And then they broke the streak immediately.
Yeah.
Like, Switch is not backwards compatible. What the fuck is the Switch? Like, people think the next one's gonna be backwards compatible also, and I'm like, interesting.
Well, the next one's just gonna be the Switch Pro, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
The 4K Switch that's coming out before the end of this year.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that from what, Jeff Grope? Joe, I need a score.
I agree with Matt's 8.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, go look at the PSP. Disk drives on portables, really popular. Alright, speaking of games that are like, why the fuck did you publish this? Here's, Star Tropics 2. In 1994. I want to be clear, just so that you're, like, the two of you are really contextualized. This is the year that the
Zelda titles, file select screen.
Yes. I want to be really clear. This is the year that the Nintendo 64 was announced. Here's Zoda's Revenge of the NES. The PS1 is being demoed at E3.
Why is Star Tropics so ridiculously beloved?
Because there was a gimmick in the first game where you had to get the instruction manual wet in order to solve a puzzle that was impossible otherwise, therefore blocking people who rented it. I don't know.
Sure.
Dude, I don't fucking know. Star Tropics is... At its best, Star Tropics is fine. At its worst, it is racist as hell.
The only thing I know about Star Tropics is that one sprite of him putting a banana to his head like a gun for some reason. I'll agree with 5. Fuck that. Sure.
All right, we're done with the NES for this year.
For this year.
Oh, we're not done with the NES. No.
Will we ever be done with the NES?
Where the fuck did all of my games go?
We'll never be done with the NES, and Seren made sure of it.
Oh yeah, no, there's an NES game that came out in 2022. You're welcome. When the fuck? Yeah, Wario's Woods also came out this year. God damn it, I don't know where this fucking game went. I have to really do a lot of research into this. Anyways, yeah, this is Wario's Woods, and this is the other NES game that came out this year. I apologize, we're not done with the NES. There's one more. Where in the fuck? I'm like pretty fucking mad about this spreadsheet situation, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of research into where this breakdown happened and what other games are missing, and like fix this before the next time. But no, we're alright, motherfuckers. We're doing it live. Apologies, everyone. Where did these games go? We've literally ranked them.
It's not a stream with me and Joe if something doesn't go inexplicably wrong.
It's tradition.
Alright, this is Nintendo of America's last NES game. So this is actually it. And this...
I've never played this, but Neil swears by it.
Neil does swear by it. This is also Game Freak. Y'all ever play Shovel Knight Dig?
No, but I watched Neil play it at PAX.
Yeah, Shovel Knight Dig is Wario's Woods.
Yeah, on that day, Neil was like, wait, this is just Wario's Woods? That means it's going to be incredible. So it's like somewhere between Tetris and Mario 2.
Yeah, Xander says, I joined your stream while looking at racist games. Yep.
That's how we planned it.
He's fallen for our trap once more.
All I really have for this game is to go on Neil's word that it's incredible. So I'm gonna give it I'll give it an 8 because of how highly he praises it. I don't see any red flags here.
I am pulling up Neil's ranking to see what he gave it, because if you gave it higher than him, that would be hilarious to me.
Oh no.
He gave it a 7.
Oh my god. How embarrassing.
7, I think it's 7 is what I go for just based on watching gameplay.
Yeah, alright, these motherfuckers. I'm literally looking at the one that Neil did, and it has all this shit. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god, I know what happened. I'm gonna have to remake your list from scratch.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm gonna copy all the data. It's fine. somehow you got a European release list copied over, I think.
Oh no.
Or no, you didn't, but you got games that didn't come out in Europe like removed from your list. So you're missing a lot of games.
Wait, then why was
Oh,
Myths
no.
and Monsters on there? Didn't that only come out in the U.S.?
Yeah.
No, I think it came out in Europe. It just didn't come out in Japan.
Oh my god. All right. You ready to go back in time and like fix my mistake a little bit?
Oh boy, here we go.
Let's
We're gonna
go.
learn about some shit here.
I'm so
Lightning round.
I'm so mad. All right. First, we're going all the way back to 1987. This is the year of Mike
Hell
Tyson.
yeah.
The year of Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Guess what, motherfucker? Bomb Sweeper for the Game & Watch is a one we missed.
Oh God. Is it just Minesweeper? No, it's not Minesweeper at least.
It's a
Wait.
2-screen game at least.
This is not at all Minesweeper. What is this?
Was that the game? Is this a game?
What's the dude on the top doing?
Dropping the bombs, I assume.
Dropping the bombs.
I don't know. He looks a lot more worried than I'd think the guy dropping the bombs would be.
3.
Yeah, it's a 3. This sucks.
Great.
Does it even have a watch?
Yes, I skipped past the watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Lower it to 2.
1988, we got 2 more Game & Watches.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of these Game & Watches got dropped. I have no idea what...
That makes it makes sense that these didn't come to Europe because there's like more physical shipping shit.
I genuinely have to do research into what the fuck happened with like the file history, but here is Safe Buster.
It sure is.
How is this safe? Oh, because the bombs are going towards the safe. I see. I feel like there are more effective ways to get rid of the bombs, but okay.
No.
This is just
3.
Oil Panic, but worse.
Yes, it
This
is.
3 again.
3.
Great. Next is another Game & Watch. Gold Cliff.
What?
Gold Cliff. This one is racist as shit.
Oh no.
This is like so ungodly racist that I'm gonna turn it off for the stream. Sorry, y'all.
What is he walking?
This is no offense, but I'm gonna let them see it so they can rank it, but look it up on your own time.
It doesn't look good. What on... What the fuck? This gameplay looks so dull.
Yeah, this is a 2.
Yeah. At least both bomb games were like high paced. This looks really dull. This is a 2.
Okay. We're closing that, and then we're gonna turn it back on for the stream. Apologies for that. I just did not want to put racist shit on my stream if I could help it. Faxanadu Game & Watch, or NES. This is the same year as Tetris to the Earth Dance Aerobics, for what it's worth.
I think I've heard of this game. I think Ben played this game at some point. Yeah,
That
Ben
sounds
played
like
this
something
game
Ben
at
would
some
do.
point. So it's,
This is We Have Castlevania at Home.
yeah, that's what it looks like.
I'll give it a 6.
Now I give it a 5. Even the music's not as good. It's like, even the music sounds like discount Castlevania.
The elf fountain water, our life source, has stopped. The wells are drying up. Many men went out, and nobody came back.
All right. So the next games. See you, Sander. Um. I'm literally just doing a comparison on this list. We did Star Tropics, Super Spike V-Ball.
I assume that means volleyball.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the animation is pretty punchy, at least. This doesn't look bad.
Honestly, but why are they all Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Is there a
Why are they
problem with
like
that?
specifically? They are all Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator. Like,
Is this okay? My theory is that someone went back in time after playing Dead or Alive and said, "Yo, sexy beach volleyball. That's what sells." And then some artist was like, "Don't worry, I got you covered."
and then this game happened,
Yeah.
and they were right.
Honestly, this looks
It doesn't
pretty
look
cool.
that bad.
I feel like this is a 7.
Yeah, 7 sounds pretty...
The screen cutoff is disorienting. The screen is getting cut off. Oh. Yes, apologies. I did not realize that was in theater mode. Alright, so, I'm sorry, missed the score. 7?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Game Boy. Solar Striker.
Why does this sound familiar? That name sounds familiar.
It's a shmup.
Honestly, shmups are a pretty good genre to put on a portable device.
Yeah, this looks pretty neat. I don't see any immediate red flags.
This
Is it
looks
like
neat. Oh,
3 seconds long, like the WiiWare shmups are? Or...
I mean, this playthrough is 20 minutes, so...
I mean,
for
that's
Game
just
Boy,
a,
that's not the
just
worst.
a Game Boy thing.
Yeah. Game Boy games are limited by your physical battery life, so...
Yep, back in the wonderful days of when you had to worry about your AA batteries.
I'm gonna say 7.
Okay. Joe?
I give it an 8. This looks neat. I like
Okay.
it.
Balloon Kid.
Oh, that's that news story from 10 years ago. Fuck, that was 10 years ago. Oh, it's Balloon Fight, but worse.
It's Balloon Fight, but what if it was unbearably slow? It's
I gave
so slow. Holy shit!
I already gave Balloon Fight a 1, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
This is a 1 too.
Yeah, I guess it's gotta be.
Are you both giving it a 1?
Yeah.
Alright, and then play action football, but this time for the Game Boy.
I mean, play action football on the NES was so good.
Yeah, you both gave it a 3.
Was this the isometric one?
Yeah.
Oh God! All right,
You know,
go, Dot. Do it.
You know, by virtue of not being isometric, this is a step up.
Is it because this is the slowest football game I've ever seen in my entire life?
4.
Joe?
This is still a 3. In fact, no, this is a 2. It's so slow. Holy shit. It's so slow.
All right. Continuing to play catch up. This is an older game. This is from 1985, so this is like a launchier game. Apologize for missing this. This is Kung Fu.
It sure is.
Isn't this like considered the earliest predecessor to fighting games? I
No.
think it's something else.
This is not a fight.
But no, I mean it's not a fighting game, but like
In that Sifu is the best fighting game of the year according to Jeff Keighley.
No, it's just eligible to be. According to Jeff Keighley.
It was nominated. It was in the top 5.
Yeah.
This looks like a 4.
yeah, I'd give it a give it a 5, but it's still a beat 'em up. Beat 'em ups are boring shit. Hot take, beat 'em ups are really boring.
All right.
There are very few exceptions.
What about...
I was not saying that this was a fighting game. I was saying I've heard it brought up in the history of what led up to fighting games.
F1 race for Game Boy.
I had this.
How was it?
I don't remember.
Fuck yeah.
Doesn't look all that bad.
You
like a
are...
5, I think.
Y'all are gonna fucking love how many Game & Watch games I accidentally spared you from.
And will now cut us down with.
Yes.
This looks like a 5. Looks a little basic. I assume there's no multiplayer.
Oh yeah. Joe?
Six.
Alright, and then...
This looks serviceable.
Oh. Look at this fucking soccer game and how zoomed in it
God.
is.
Oh god!
I don't remember what I gave this on NES, but it's like a... This might be a 1.
You both gave this a 3 when it released the previous year.
It's
That sprite flickering is unacceptable.
1 it is. Joe?
Yep, gotta stick with that.
Okay. You know, I typed in crab grab, and it was immediately like crab grabs knife, and I'm like, yeah, that would be better. You're right.
It was trying to save us.
Enjoy.
Well, gee golly, we sure are getting grabbed by crabs.
I missed 15 games in this early window. Are you
Two.
fucking kidding me?
2.
Yeah, I'll say it too. What the fuck? I can barely tell what the game is.
Well, you know, Joe said that he had a hard out in 9 minutes, so we're not gonna go through all of these games that I've missed, but we'll catch up. We'll make sure that you've actually ranked all of them. Here's Boxing for the Game & Watch, which is a Punch-Out game. This is a 2-player game that has 2 controllers. Because it's a Game & Watch game that has controllers.
Boy, it sure is.
Oh wait, no, you've already ranked this. Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I've seen this.
Then what one did you miss? Let me figure that out. From this year. Oh, you missed Spitball Sparky.
Oh, of course we did. Good old Sparky.
Yeah, my apologies. I was almost about to get your duplicate score. By the way, you both ranked out of 3. Here's Spitball Sparky. Hang on, that's just a watch. Why isn't this an up? Why isn't this an up special or like an up up smash?
It's his up air.
Fuck yeah, it is.
I've seen. Yeah, I've seen. That's okay. I mean, at least it looks like a game.
I am not the one eating.
Sorry. It's fucking Breakout.
Yeah, but at least it looks like a game. That's more than I could say for most of the Game and Watch games.
Okay, then I'll call it a 3.
Joe?
I'll give it a 4 for having the foresight to have gameplay.
All right. Donkey Kong Hockey. This has Donkey Kong so that they could sell more units.
I guess this has gameplay. It's a 3.
It's a bad version of Pong.
Yeah.
3 sounds fine. Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. I'm gonna go back and fucking correct all of this, but in the meantime, wait, Joe, you never gave a score to Wario's Woods.
Did I not? I thought I did.
What did you give it?
I think I gave it an 8.
Okay, great. That's what Matt gave it, so we're good. I'm just gonna move forward, and I'll add these games, and then next time we'll pick up with the cleaning up the scraps. But only have 5 minutes left. So Super Metroid is next.
10.
I don't know if I like you exposing these two to a bunch of games I was considering to punish them with. Now I have to subject Alexander to them. Who the fuck is this?
That's Alex. Or that's
I mean, that has to be Alex.
That's Alex. Alex has been that's been Alex the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. What do you mean these were on your list? I don't believe you for a second.
Joe, Super Metroid.
It's a 10. That's a 10. That game still holds up. That game's really good.
All right, what about Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball for the Super Nintendo?
Ooh, that looks pretty actiony.
Yeah, this game's really popular.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about this game a lot.
You know, as far as baseball
Fun
games
fact,
go,
Nintendo can make a lot of licensed baseball games if they own a baseball team.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It turns out
You could put players that you own there.
They still own the Mariners? I thought
No,
sold
they
it.
sold it.
Yeah, they sold it. This definitely looks like the best looking baseball game we've seen yet.
Yes, the
I'm
first
gonna
one on the
say
Super
9.
Nintendo.
Oh, I don't even mean just in terms of visuals. I mean in terms of it looks like it's a game.
Yeah, Griffey played for the Mariners.
I'm going to say 9.
Yeah, 9 sounds fine to me.
All right, this motherfucker. This fucking abomination before Christ.
Oh god, the car has eyes. Okay.
Yeah, would you believe this wasn't made by Rare?
Oh, this is on NSO, isn't it?
Yes, it is for some cursed fucking reasons. One of the main characters is named Tractor Trailer.
This uses the same technology as Star Fox. If I
Sure
remember
does.
correctly.
That's why it's called Stunt Race FX.
Bet you money this was one of the games that when it got it added to NSO, Neil was like, "Fuck yeah, I bet you money I could go find that message."
Him
in
and
Slack
him
right
and
now."
John. Well, you can't go find that message in Slack because
Nah, it's
Slack
just
only
probably
saves the
gone.
last 4,000 messages and then makes you pay for the rest.
No, Neil gave this 3.
Oh, that doesn't change anything. He probably still said that. Same with John. Yeah, I'm gonna say a 3 is pretty fitting. This looks terrible. Like, it's ugly, and it sounds bad, and that car has eyes, and it makes me uncomfortable.
I'm playing it now.
The frame rate is fucking terrible. I want to.
Oh, that sure is a Star Fox frame rate.
I need to score pretty fast from you.
Oh, that's some fucking input lag.
Yes.
3. Maybe 2. 2.
2 it is. All right. Last one for the night. Uniracers.
What?
Have you never seen Uniracers?
I
sounds
mean, I
familiar.
might be about to look at it and go, oh, this.
I think you know by now.
I don't think I've seen this, no.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
What in the ever-loving fuck is this?
Uniracer.
This was made by Rockstar
Fucking god.
and
They
published by
peaked
Nintendo. Yeah, Rockstar never made a game better than this. I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, what they faded into obscurity.
Yeah, this was back when they were called DMA Design. Also,
Holy
the
shit, look
strobing
at that animation.
the strobing lights are real bad.
Oh, cool. Someone did it. Fuck it. I'll give it a 4. Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh, Christ, why? Why do you have to do it every time?
Put this in Grand Theft Auto 6.
I love how there is nowhere near enough lead time on the screen to see what the fuck you're supposed to do.
No, this
boy,
game
there
sucks shit. I want to be very clear. I think everyone has basically rated it a 2.
I'm gonna agree with Joe's 4. It does not look like a good game, but man, am I happy to see it.
Oh my god, and that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you, Matt and Joe.
Boy.
Thank you.
What a fucking train wreck. Are you ready, by the way? Because next time we jump in, the 15 games that I missed are all Game & Watches.
Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be?
It's art. Chef's kiss. It's art. All right. Thank
That
you.
animation is so smooth.
It is very smooth. It's 60 frames per second, in fact. All right.
Christ.
Thank you for joining me. We'll be back next time.
Next time.
One day.
God, it was so hard to get this second stream to happen, but by God, we did it. All right, thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Godspeed.